Aloha and welcome everyone. We really are grateful. Aloha, ready? Aloha. Welcome to our Maui Life Wave event. We are grateful for all of you that have joined us from the mainland. In the great state of Hawaii, on the beautiful island of Maui. Kathleen?
All right, wow. You can hear me? Yeah. Aloha, everybody, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So today, amongst being a very special day that we are here to talk about this latest technology, it's also an amazing day for my beautiful, beloved Sheila Hay, who is her birthday today. So we will start with singing happy birthday, okay? And just so you know, I'm gonna put the mic down. I will not be leading the song, but I will be singing along, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I love this beautiful woman. She is my beloved. She is a very close friend, and she is my business partner. And we have been this last month just canvassing this island, really just opening awareness for this latest technology, because our soul, our mission, our purpose on this planet is to help raise the consciousness. And we have found this amazing tool that does just that on so many levels. So thank you all. Aloha. I'm so glad you're all joining us here today. And we will start out with just a couple testimonials. I'm going to ask the beloved Sheila to tell her story first.
All right, well, my story starts many, many years ago. And I have had a lot of different lifetimes in my short 59 years. I got married to my husband, and we went right into his family's restaurant business. And we operated 3 McDonald's in Alaska for 5 years. And in that time, I had 2 knee surgeries, quit. We sold our business, moved to the interior of Alaska, and I became an energy worker. And for 25 years, I've been doing energy healing, massage therapy. And I actually was a deep tissue expert, the only one in a 150-mile range. And I blew out both my hands. That way? Okay. I blew out both of my hands, and I blew out my shoulder. So those were 3 of the 7. And then I had my 4th knee surgery in 2018 in the fall. The big thing for me is I'm allergic to all opioids. I'm allergic to alcohol. I cannot have any pain medicine. So after my final knee surgery, where they told me I had no ACL, they took out all the scar tissue, and I have 0 cartilage in my knee, the 3 bones just kind of hang out and they float around together. And we at that time had a bed and breakfast, and we housed over 6,000 people in our bed and breakfast. And it turned out for me that I was unable to work. For 6 weeks, I was in bed on an ice machine for 24 hours. And I cried horrifically every day because the pain was so intense. We decided to sell our home, move to Maui, and in 2019 we did that. And I was super excited because I was thinking, I'm going to get a walk on the beautiful sandy beaches, and I'm going to recuperate, and I'm not going to be living in 45 below zero anymore. But it didn't happen. Walking on the beach made it worse. I was walking with a cane, and I was 56 and a half years old, looking forward, saying, what's life going to be like? My husband and I plan to be 103. He's going to be 107. So what is that like? 47 years of walking with a cane. And I was crying constantly. Please, God, help me find a miracle. I just want the pain to go away. I'm not asking you to make me better. Just take away the pain. So November 26th, Kathaleen came in 2019, and she patched me. And she said, I know I know that it hurts a lot, but just try it and maybe something will happen. So for the first time, I put a patch on a spot on my knee where the physicians told me I would never be able to touch again. It will never heal up correctly and you'll always have some pain. So I said, okay, that's not the first time I've been told that. But I put the patch right on my knee, and 3 hours later, I could touch it. And I told my husband, and I was crying to Kathaleen, oh my God, I can touch my knee. Well, that's not the magic. 6 weeks later, I gave up the cane. And so I don't walk with the cane. On my 59th birthday, I'm cane free. And we have a saying, cane free, pain free. And my pain went from a 10. I live life maybe at a 1. And if you are on a pain scale and you know that to go from 10 to 1, I'm in no pain. Okay. It's amazing. Another wonderful thing that's happened for me from the patches, pardon me, I was told that when you have carpal tunnel, which I've had double carpal tunnel being a deep tissue expert. So I had surgery on both hands. They cut the ligament right here across your palm. And that way it just opens it up, gives those rooms nerve. And they said that for all your life, you're going to have pain and 2 bumps on each side of your hand. Well, that's gone too. Okay. I don't have nerve pain there. I couldn't touch it before. And this is probably in the last 6 months that I've been able to actually move those hands really flexibly and have 0 pain in that. I had a total shoulder reconstruction, and that was done in 2011. My bicep is screwed into my shoulder. The labrum was ripped 360 degrees around. And I didn't think I would ever be able to put my arm behind my back. But in August, I was at the LifeWave convention, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can put my arm behind my back. So for the first time in 11 years, I've been able to do that now too. So I know that this sounds like way out there for some people, hard to believe, but it's truth. It's my life. I've lived it. And I am grateful that David Schmidt, our founder, our CEO, has received these messages from God, that he just keeps creating these magical tools. So thank you, everybody, for listening to my story. I'm so happy and grateful that you're here with us. And I hope you all receive the healing benefits that I've received as well.
Wow, everybody. Amazing, life-changing stories. Thank you so much, Sheila. And actually, I kind of have one too. So I would have told you that there was nothing wrong with me. And I'm currently 56, so I was 53 when I started the patches. It was my best friend since 7th grade, Sean Zug. We've known each other for 44 years or something like this. So she sent me some patches and said, put this patch on. Granted, like I said, nothing was wrong. So I put it on, right? I put it right on C7. Immediately, a shoot of energy, like an electrical energy, went right up my spine and into my head, like complete activation. I am an energy worker, light worker, and so I'm really familiar with energy, and I couldn't believe what I was feeling within, like I said, seconds. So continue on a little bit. I had all kinds of energy increase. The joy factor was huge. I'm already a really upbeat person, but I felt like there was a huge elevation of joy that was just pumping me up and pumping me up. So I was running 1,000,000 miles an hour and feeling good and super productive. And then I'd say about 2 months into it, my whole skin resurfaced. Like, I had really good skin anyways. I'm born and raised in North Pole, Alaska, 30 years, and I'm, didn't get a lot of sun growing up, so I don't have sun damage. I had fantastic skin. And then it got better. I couldn't believe it. It was over the course of 3 days. It like resurfaced my whole skin, starting at this side, and it went across. It closed my pores. It tightened my skin, and it made me look a lot younger. So that was in about 2 months. I actually had about 30 years ago, oops, there's flowers behind me. About 30 years ago, I crashed into the side of a mountain snowmachining, right? And so what happened was I couldn't move my thumbs. All they did was that. And I was also a body worker. So imagine me working your rhomboids. My thumb went one way. Now look at him. I can bend him. I can push on him. I can squeeze him. I can do whatever you want. For 30 years, if I hit a door jamb, ow, that hurts. Not anymore. Both of them are just like that. It's amazing. So another thing that happened, yes, another thing was 17 years ago, I was pregnant with my daughter, Sienna Lene, and I had a huge illness, rare, they're not sure what it was. However, it left me with a numbness from my knee to my hip, my iliotibial band. So for 15 years, that whole side of my leg was numb. After I started wearing the patches, I have total feeling again in the side of my leg. So, okay, so not a cavity in my head, not even a filling, if you can believe that. However, I was having gum issues. I was having bone loss. My gums are repaired. My bone has grown back. So many, many things, but that is not why I'm up here sharing this amazing revolutionary technology. That was all fantastic and great, and I still get results. However, it was my daughter, Sienna Lene, who was 13 at the time, golden girl, straight A student, star singer, star dancer, star athlete. She was golden. Everything she touched turned to gold. Well, then she had a horrible trauma, and then her best friend died. So she had two horrible traumas back to back. So you can imagine that dropped her into complete and total darkness. She had PTSD, anxiety, and depression. She hated herself, she hated me, and she hated life. And it was a super, super dark, scary time. And that went on for 6 months. So the night before we got the patches, it was a Tuesday night, and it was very dark. She was considering, it was dark. So anyways, we get the patches the next morning, and I put them on her just because I was wearing them myself. Zero idea it was going to help her. It was not on my radar. I just was like, mama puts them on, baby puts them on, right? So, and within about 5 days, the cloud started lifting. She started, getting out of bed, wearing clean clothes, washing her hair. It had gotten that bad. And in 3.5 weeks, there she was. We had gone to Oregon for Christmas from Maui. And there she was, laughing and dancing and singing at the top of her lungs. And I just burst out crying. And I said, oh my God, there's my daughter. I just started crying. We stopped in the middle of our ping pong game. She grabbed my hands and she said, Mama, you have no idea how different I feel in my body. And that is why I'm standing here on stage today talking to you guys. So thank you. My daughter currently just turned 17. She's a senior at Maui High. She's graduating with honors. She is a star dancer, starring in Nutcracker, all kinds of solos, straight A student, and is looking to go to a very high elite performing arts college. So she is rocking the world and is totally golden again. And I owe that to the beauty and the healing that the patch affords us for our body to heal itself. So with that, yes, thank you. It's been an amazing, remarkable journey. And, I'm still getting benefits, and so is she. So I'm going to invite Peter No to come up. He is an amazing entrepreneur, a leader in our life wave, a leader in life. He is a self-made man who started out of high school with barber shops and beauty. He was in the beauty industry. He had all kinds of barber shops that he owned, and he is a businessman and a leader and a very, very dear good friend with an open heart. So, Peter.
Okay, hello, aloha, everyone. Is that how they say aloha in Hawaii? Aloha, okay. Hawaii, okay. Good morning, and you know how, usually we start, very excited, but I think Hawaii is just so chill. So we're just gonna chill out today. Everybody ready to chill out today? Okay, you ready for some stories? You ready for a journey? Zoomiland, are you ready for a journey? Okay, well, I only have a few minutes, so I'm not gonna take too long. But what I wanna share really before I share, I want everyone just to think of 3 words, okay? Just 3 words. By the time we end this event today in the next couple of hours, right? I want to find out, what is everyone here to look for. What are you looking for today? Okay. Are you looking for health? So when I say health, everybody says, I want to be healthy, right? What does being healthy mean, right? So are you looking for better health? Meaning, are you looking to feel better than you did yesterday? Who here wants to feel better than they did yesterday? Okay, if you can wake up and not feel anything, does that mean you're healthy today? No, you don't know, right? But if you feel good today, are you pretty healthy today? Yeah. So I'm going to share with you how our technology is going to go into this. So everybody here, you came here today to learn about the best health technology that you can put on your body so you can feel better, look better, and perform better, correct? Good. Okay. Once you find your health or you apply this health technology to your body, okay, and you feel better, are you going to have more time? Why? Because now you're not too busy taking care of your pain. True? You're not too busy laying in your bed. True? You're not too busy walking slow because you don't have a cane anymore. True? Okay, that means you have more what? Time. Who here wants more time? I think everybody should have raised their hand. Who here wants more time? Oh, let me ask you that. Who here needs more time? Okay, good. So, we all have the same time, right? But it's what you do with your time. So if you're in pain and you can't do anything, how important is your health? Very important, because you can have this beautiful island, you can have these beautiful homes, but if you don't have your health and the time to enjoy it, it means what? Nothing, okay? So once you have your health, once you have your time, who here wants more freedom? So I didn't say financial freedom, right? I said freedom. What does freedom mean to you? Choices, financial, no bills, maybe cars, student loans, something, whatever, free from your husband, free from your wife, free from your kids, whatever. It means freedom to you, right? So if you want HTF, health, time, and freedom, what have you done in the last 5 years to get that today? I'm asking you too in Azumi land, what have you done in the last 5 years where you can have you wake up today and you're not feeling anything? Like Sheila, she went through a lot of issues, but today she's waking up with no issues. So her health is taken care of, correct? Then now she doesn't have to feel like she did 5 years ago. She has a lot more time. Now she has the time and now she knows what to do with it because she wants to help other people. And because of that, it's going to give other people value. Now she knows a purpose and now she has the freedom to do what she wants. Does that make sense, everyone? I want you to assess yourself today. We're in the end of 2022. It's not 2023 yet, right? A lot of things happened in the last, 3 years. We went through a whole world global reset. So you, all of us get to start over. What did you do to start over in the last couple years? The reason why I'm gonna go into this now, and I'm gonna go into my story for a few minutes. When you hear my story, I just want you to kind of relate a little bit because I think it's gonna resonate with you. And what I want you to get out of this story is this. If you don't take care of this HTF, I don't care what you do. If you don't solve the #1 problem in your health, does that make sense? If you can think of dreams, you can think of whatever. If we don't solve this one problem first, your health, time, and freedom is not there. If you want health, you take care of this first, your time and freedom will come. But if you take care of the financial and you don't take care of your health, you don't have no time, you got no financial. Does that make sense? It all is relevant to each other. So who here has heard of Austria? I was born in Austria. I spoke German. I was there. I was born in 1977. Okay. I lived there for 10 years, had a beautiful life. My mom and dad worked. I have a younger sister, I had a nanny. She cooked for me. We picked up kids. I had a beautiful childhood. Then when I was 10, my mom's like, we're going to go to America. I'm like, why? She goes, all my family's here, my grandma, and we want to live the American dream. Who here came from another third world country and want to live and come to America for the American dream? Okay, one. Great. So the American dream, anybody been to California? Anybody been to Santa Ana? That was my American dream. We landed in LA and then went to Santa Ana. And then the only thing, and I knew in the next 10 years, anybody knows what latchkey kids are. My sister and I were latchkey kids, okay? My mom and dad came here, worked 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They owned a sewing shop, okay? All that my dad is, I remember he just picked me up, my sister and I up, dropped us off at home. We took care of ourselves. I didn't have any pets. I didn't have dogs, cats, horses. I didn't play sports when I was young, nothing, okay? Anybody have kids like that? No, I did. Okay, so after when I turned 18, obviously I got my driver's license. Then I went to school, and throughout my high school, junior high, high school, I had a problem. Every time the teacher would talk, I would fall asleep. So I graduated with a 2.0. That's very high for me, okay? So I knew I had that issue. Then when I went to college for one semester, I was like, forget it. I'm not good with school. My mom actually went out of the sewing business. She went into the hair business. So she became a hairstylist. She bought her own salon. So she's like, son, if you're not gonna go out and get a job or go to school, learn the skills, I'm gonna take you to hair school because you gotta have a skill, right? Anybody have kids? Don't you want your kids to have skills, right? Okay, so, but school was not for me. I went to hair. I didn't know how good I was with my hands. Long story short, I graduated. She was surprised too. And then, Asian parents, right? They don't want you to work for someone. What they should do, she look at the paper. She goes, oh, barbershop for sale. I'm going to buy you this barbershop. So I had no skills. I was only 19 or 20 at the time. Didn't know how to manage a business. Didn't know taxes, how to colors, manage women. So all kind of stuff, But she goes, son, if you can take care of people, if you can help them, make them feel good, they're always going to come back to you. That is the only thing I engraved in my business mind at a very young age. Does that make sense, everyone? Take care of your people and they will come back to you. What does that mean? She taught me to teach trust in the beginning in my career. And that's all, okay? So I learned how to talk to clients. My oldest client was 1 year old. My youngest was 1. My oldest was 101. I was a barber. So every day I just cut men's hair. So when I was from 20 to 27, my parents were running 4 salons. I worked 7 days a week, 365 days a year for literally almost 7 years, okay? I didn't do anything much but just work. Does anybody have children like that? So imagine my first 10 years, I was born in Austria. My second 10 years, I was a latchkey kid. In my 20s, I was working my butt off. Then one day my hand started to hurt. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I was like, Mom, what am I gonna do? She goes, I don't know. So I'm like, I don't want to cut hair no more. So I left that in my late 20s. And then the moment I just said that, anybody believe in the law of attraction? Yes. So then I thought I got to get out. But then my friend the next week called me. She's like, let's go. I'm like, where we going? She goes, I'm going to pick you up. I'm like, where we going? She goes, don't worry about it. Has anybody got kidnapped before? Okay, I got kidnapped to my very first network marketing presentation. It looked something like this, but much more bigger. And then all I saw, I was sitting in the back. All this said is, if you can share this juice, and then you can get healthy. So I'm like, oh, I know a lot of people that need to get healthy, right? But then he said, if you can share this juice and you can give it to her, she can give it to her, she can give it to him can give it to her, and they can all get healthy and they can buy something. And if they buy every month, you're gonna earn a thing called residual income. Anybody know what residual income is? Okay, I did not know what residual income is. Remember, I was cutting hair. That was my only way to, time versus money, right? So I was like, okay, I like that. But then he said, if you can earn residual income, you can do a thing called Buy Back Your Time. What do you think is the first thing that came in mind? I wanted time. I was young, but I was like, I want to get out of here. I wanted time, right? So everything he said sounded right. Did anybody ever join network marketing before? Did it always sounded right? It sounds so good, right? I was sucked into it. So I joined. I didn't know what a comp plan was. I didn't know what binary was. I didn't know what volume is. I didn't know what points are. I didn't know what structure, auto ship, all that stuff meant. Just like when I opened my salon, I didn't know how to manage people. Get it? So I went into a blind. Long story short, that was in 2005. 5 years, from 2005 to 2010, I joined 5 companies. Anybody ever joined 5 companies in MLM? There we go. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number okay. So I like to say, do you know people that join gyms and never went to the gym? Do you know people that join gym and they get excited to join the gym and they pay for the gym member every month, but they don't go to the gym? So do you know that there's a lot of networkers who say that they build stuff, build teams, but they never been to the gym? So I started to question that too, because I was like, how do you win in this? How do you succeed in this? So in 2009, 2010, I joined my company. And the reason why I'm going to the story, because that's where I met all my network today. That was about 12 years ago. I met Ralph, Claudia, Marci, Jan. How many people? I met a lot of people there, okay? So the reason why I'm sharing you this story is this. No matter where you are in your journey, you're always gonna pick up people that you never know what you're gonna do with in the future. Does that make sense? As long as you're a good person and you do good business, do you think people wanna follow you? Yes. So my first advice or my first thing to tell you is that if you're in network marketing, you're building relationships. I didn't understand what relationship meant, but if people follow you and they respect you or you bring value to them, don't you think you always want to follow successful people wherever they go? Okay, so I had my break in 2010. It was the first time we found a technology where one pill does it all, okay? Long story short, I was in that company for 6 years and I've built my name on there. And then I found another company, which was a medical device that does one thing too, okay? So I went from a pill to a medical device. The reason why I'm sharing you again this story is this. How many of us here, or how many of you ever thought that joint companies wanted to quit? How many of you had a job that you wanted to quit? How many of you were in a relationship and you wanted to quit? You get it? We want to quit all the time. Oh, good. Okay, so we got to go. Long story short, now, 3 years ago, I found LifeWave. Marci, everybody knows Marci. She came in here. She introduced it to me in September of 4th, 2019. She raised her flag. She gave me the patch. She goes, Peter, what do you know about stem cells? I'm like, I know quite a bit. She goes, hey, you can turn this thing on with just patching on you. I was like, Marci, you know what you're saying, right? She goes, yeah. I go, if this thing really works, you know what's going to happen, right? Yeah. Long story short, we had no clue what this thing does. We just put it on. My story is when I put it on, my eyes just got better right away, instantly. But I was in good shape. But I gave it to all my friends. Long story short, the first 5 months we hit senior presidential director. Before the COVID. But after the COVID, what happened? None of us could do anything, right? So after the COVID in March, from March to today, we went online. And the reason why I want to share this story is because we all have to adapt sooner or later, right? We all have to change sooner or later, right? We changed as a team. We developed as a team. So fast forward to today, Marci and I have over 35,000 members in our organization. We have helped numerous families all around the world to get healthier, to have more time, to have more financial freedom. How do we know that? If you join us every day on our Patching podcast, what do you see? Hundreds and hundreds of people that we have developed one family at a time. So my time is up. I want to just leave you with this. in the next few hours, absorb all the information, listen to everyone's stories. Whatever, if you think it's too good to be true, it is actually true. And this is the first time you will see real stories, real technology like this. And we're gonna prove it to you every single day when you join our community as we go. So thank you everyone for letting me share. I'm gonna bring back on Kathaleen, and then we're gonna move on with our program. Go ahead, Kathaleen.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Wow, what an amazing story, all the way from Austria to his current success here with this latest technology. Thank you so much, Peter. So one thing I didn't mention when I was telling you about my testimonial is right after that happened to my daughter, 3 weeks later, they published the brain mapping study that said, oh yeah, guys, and by the way, your brain is going to balance. And when your brain balance, guess what it's going to do? It's going to relieve PTSD, anxiety, and depression. So you can imagine when I saw that study come out 3 weeks after it basically saved my daughter's life, I couldn't believe it. So I wanted to throw that little tidbit in there. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about X39, a stem cell activating patch. Yes, it's the latest technology in stem cell therapy. It's light therapy. Big fancy word is photobiomodulation. And all that means is that it's light therapy. It's using your own body to be activated. So how does that work? Well, inside the patch is amino acids, salt and water. They form what we call a crystal lattice. That crystal lattice is reflective. So when you put it on your body heat activates it, right? So as we all know, we are emitting light. We are light beings emitting light. Yes, our body heat is on the light spectrum, and it's called low infrared light. So when we put the patch on, our body heat is coming off, our light is coming off, hitting the patch, and it's being reflected back in at a wavelength that activates your stem cell communication system. And how does it do that? Well, it activates GHK copper peptide. So GHK copper peptide is everything yummy in your life. Everything yummy on your physical level, everything yummy on the mental level, everything yummy on the emotional level, right? It is, it's like a container, and it's a container of health. It's your vitality, it's your youthfulness, it's your vim, it's your vigor. It, my friends, is a master molecule messenger in your body. You lose about half of it at 35, and subsequently half of your stem cell ability to repair. At 60, you lose the rest of GHKCU and typically the rest of your stem cells, because they go hand in hand. So that is the problem until recently, when David Schmidt introduced the X39 stem cell activating patch. So when you wear it, like I said, it's going to send a wavelength back into your body. It's going to produce GHK copper peptide. You will have all of those healing benefits. And then when we elevate that in your body, you are going to start producing new stem cells. So not only will you produce new stem cells, the ones you currently have will be reset. They will be activated. They will have a younger expression. And then we will also get the new ones. And the new ones are called pluripotent. And all that means is that they're blank, and they have not differentiated into whatever your body needs now. So for those of you who do not know what stem cells are, they are the base cell of your body, right? They have the ability to turn into whatever your body needs. They're the blueprint, the template, the foundation of your body. And that is where the magic really starts to happen. You got all the yumminess of the GHKCU, and then you get the magic of those new stem cells. So they have the same intelligence. For example, let's start here. When you were a fetus in your mama's belly, it was a bunch of stem cells that knew what to do to make your body. So that's how critical they are. That's how foundational they are. So fast forward, now you're wearing the patch. You got the GHKCU, you got the stem cells, they're blank. They are going to scan your body, and they're going to determine what to become. So they have that same intelligence that they had when they created your body when you were a fetus. So there's no stem cells in here. We'll get that clear. There's no stem cells in here. It's just your body, like I said, reflecting the wavelength back in. So when the stem cells are going to scan your body, determine what to become, and then that's when we're going to start cellular repair and regeneration. For example, they might decide that you need something's going on with your liver. So they'll become a liver cell. They'll land on that liver and they'll turn that liver young again because they're the blueprint of your body. And that, my friends, is where we are doing cellular repair, cellular regeneration, and age reversal. Absolutely amazing. It is by far the latest revolutionary technology in stem cell therapy. So David Schmidt, who is our inventor, our owner, and our CEO, he came up with this about 3 years ago. We are a 20-year-old company, and he has other patches. This is the one that came on center stage that has been life-changing for thousands of people on our team right now. At this point, we have thousands, like Peter said, 35,000 people that have had life-changing results because we're activating their stem cells and repairing and reversing aging. With this patch, we can actually turn back 1/3 of the human genome to a younger expression. So just to give you an idea of what to expect, the very first patch you're wearing, first 24 hours, is going to set back 4,000 genes to a younger expression. That set of genes is going to affect another set and yet another set. So that's in the first 24 hours. You are increasing antioxidants and reducing inflammation. So your body is having a metabolical change and an experience within the first 24 hours of wearing this patch. So in the first 1 to 3 months, so you will start having physical changes occur. You'll have more energy. You'll sleep better. Your fine wrinkles are going to start disappearing. Remember, at 6 weeks, your brain is going to balance. If you have any PTSD, anxiety, depression, or if your children have Asperger's symptoms or ADD or ADHD, all that's going to start repairing and reversing and relieving your symptoms at 6 weeks. At 2 months, your cardiovascular system is going to become younger. So that's basically our heart is reversing aging. And like I said, at 3 months, your collagen is going to start repairing. So yes, all of us ladies will start looking younger. The fine wrinkles will go away. But honestly, collagen is so important. It's going to help that structural integrity of your muscular and skeletal system. So for example, if you have a low back that goes out or your neck goes out, increasing and replenishing your collagen is going to minimize that and start having that not happen anymore. So that's 1 to 3 months. So 3 to 6 months, yes, it's a cumulative wear. The more you wear it, the better results you get. 3 to 6 months, you are going to start having those pluripotent stem cells turn in to whatever your body needs, and you're going to start doing that cellular repair and regeneration. And then 3 to 6 months, you are literally going to start age reversing. As a matter of fact, 14 out of 15 people at 6 months have reduced their vascular age by an average of 8 years. So that, my friends, is amazing, right? In 6 months, we're talking about vascular age being reversed on an average by 8 years. Absolutely amazing. Could you imagine? So everybody right now, decide, how old are you? Minus it by 8. In 6 months, on an average, that's what's going to be going on for you. Absolutely amazing. So you can see as the cumulative wear, you start just repairing and regenerating as things start going on like that. So a little bit more about David. David, he's amazing. He's like Nikola Tesla 2.0. I mean, this guy is off the charts brilliant. I've had the pleasure of having dinner with him and, just being in his energy and asking him questions. He is absolutely brilliant. Yes, he is the inventor and owner. And like I said, we're a 20-year-old company. The way he got started is he was commissioned by the government, the Navy SEALs, to keep the Navy SEALs awake on their, 36, 72-hour submarine rides, right? They didn't want them to use caffeine or amphetamines. So they commissioned David to figure out a natural way to help their energy level to do these missions that was being asked of them. And so what he came up with was the energy enhancer patch. That is our very first patch. And we will talk about that in a bit, but it was absolutely successful. The Navy SEALs were able to stay awake naturally. That patch went on to find its way into our Olympic US swim team, where they did all kinds of breaking personal records. Absolutely amazing. It was studied by the doping agency to make sure that nothing was going into the body, because of course that would not be appropriate at the Olympics. And yes, it was determined by a third party that nothing is going into the body. It's strictly light therapy, photobiomodulation. So that's how we got started. We have many other patches. And then about 10 years ago, David went into the into the lab, and millions of dollars later, with research and development, he came up with the X39 stem cell activating patch, which has put this company on the map because it is changing lives, living younger, feeling better, and staying healthier, right? It is David's mission, and it is accomplishing thousands of people across the planet. So with that, we're going to hear some of these amazing stories. I'm going to invite my lovely friend Bhimi up here, who is an alternative health advocate. She has been in the health alternative business for over 45 years. She has owned a lot of her companies, and she's a senior presidential director here with LifeWave. So she's going to run some testimonials. Bhimi. Oh, thank you.
Oof. Aloha. This is my favorite part because we get to hear from you, because you're the most impressive. You're the people who are actually experiencing and having the results. And so before we begin, I'm going to share my testimonial, because anybody who's been on the patch has a testimonial, right?
One second. Sorry about that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to patch everybody, okay? Everybody in here is going to get a patch. So let's do that right now, Bhimi. How does it sound? Okay, perfect.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to ask Dana, Sheila, Peter, let's get everybody in the crowd patched. So woohoo! We're running around and do this right now. So it's going to go on C7 or right below your belly button. Any spot will do, because guess what? We're light beings emitting light. So right here on the knobby vertebrae, behind your neck, or right below your belly button, or if you have a pain spot, go ahead and put it on. So everybody's helping pass out now. And yeah.
That's good. And notice how you're feeling when you put the patch on, because throughout the day, there could be a difference. So if you have some pain now, or you have some discomfort, just be aware of it, so that you'll be able to tell later on if there's a difference.
Hi, sweetheart. Okay, perfect. You guys have a patch? Yeah, please take it up. Right here, 12 hours. Yeah, we'll go over that in a second. Hi, you. Oh, you already got one? Oh, take two. Okay. And you have one? Oh, perfect. Good for you. Good for you. So where exactly should I? Yeah, right there. Yep, perfect. And you have one? Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Bhimi. I think we have everybody patched now.
Okay, good.
Take it away, girlfriend.
All right. We are all in the experience now. Woo. Okay, so you heard some phenomenal testimonials when we opened. And this is, I say, okay, everybody, attention. We want to honor the people that are going to come up and share, because everybody who gets on this patch, their life is altered. So you're here today, you're going to have an experience. And how many people here have a health challenge? Raise your hand if you have a health challenge. Look around. Everybody has their hand up almost. Let me ask you this. How many of you know somebody who has a health challenge? Okay, so you have work to do, right? You want to share this patch because these stories are true. You have in your hands a solution. And when you hear the next round of testimonials, just get ready. Okay, it's so heartwarming. It's so inspiring. This is why we're here, really, because we want to help other people. So let's start with me. I started the patch about 2.5 years ago. And the person who shared it with me was trying to get me to look at this for about 8 months. I was busy. Kick. Should have listened. Anyway, I finally listened. And I had actually been studying stem cells because I'm older and I wanted to find the best way to stay younger because I'm in alternative health, right? So I finally put the patch on, and I had had digestive issues for about 15 years. Enzymes 3 times a day, couldn't eat without it, gaseous, bloating, not fun, but that was my life. And I'm healthy, so I had tried a lot of different things. 2 weeks off all my enzymes. Never have that problem anymore, no bloating, no gassing. I would always get tired after I ate too. That went away. The next thing that happened is I had a neuropathy patch on my shoulder. I don't know why. It'd been there for a long time, didn't bother me, but it was numb. All of a sudden, one day, it started tingling. A couple months in, and I reached back, and all the feeling was back. And I've heard so many testimonials on neuropathy because a lot of people with diabetes and different conditions have it. So it just reconnected the nerves. The next great thing, and these are more things that are getting documented. So I go to the dentist, and you heard that testimonial. My gums were getting deep pockets, 5 and 6. The dentist kept saying, you got to get that dental work. You got to get that deep cleaning. And I'm just not a dental person. Don't like doing any of that. So then I went about a year after that, and he said, what are you doing? Are you doing more flossing, whatever? He said, your pockets are now 3 and 4. The last time I went back, they're 2 and 3. The only thing different is the X39. There's no other dental thing I'm doing to my mouth. That, he didn't know anything, and that showed me how this works. The next thing, and this is probably my most impressive thing, is I go to a naturopath, and he does a scan of, what metals and toxins and everything, but he also does a test for your chronic age versus your cellular age. So when I went, it was before COVID, and I was 70. And he tested me, and it showed that I was 60. And I thought, well, that's good, 10 years younger. But then I went after COVID, which was about 2.5 years later, and he was testing me at the same thing. And he says, oh, I got to do it again. Something didn't do right. And so he did it again, and he looked at me and he said, what are you doing? And I said, why? What is it showing? He says, it shows that you're 35 or 40 in your cellular age. And I feel it, but this is phenomenal. This is showing you the power of what age reversal does. And so many things are changing like that. So I want to now bring up the people, if you can come over here, who are going to give testimonials. You know who you are. Let's come up front here. And everyone, you're going to see that there's never one result. There's never just one benefit, because the stem cell activation it's a communication pathway that's activating and healing your entire body. So first we have Kathaleen, and she is coming from Oahu.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Kathaleen. And for me, I've been on the patch since the beginning of January. Deb introduced it to me. And even before that, I was very skeptical. I knew something a little bit about stem cells, but I wanted to check into it, kept putting it off till finally I just decided I need to try this. And so for me, I don't have any major health issues. However, I started a new job, so long hours, very stressed. And I realized I started getting better sleep, deeper sleep. And I thought I was just imagining it, but after 2-3 weeks, I realized I'm not even moving at all by the time I wake up. And I felt more energy. And in fact, one of my coworkers, when I was passing him, he said, "Wow, I want some of that." And I thought, oh, I thought maybe I was just stressed, but it's true. I have been feeling more energy and better sleep. So that's been a huge thing for me, knowing I have long hours and yet still, just getting that deep sleep. So that's been the main thing. And I do have my cousin who actually usually takes time. He's like 63. He takes time to go surfing maybe 1 or 2 times on the weekend. And he said usually the day after, he's just totally wiped out and just can't do anything more. He started the patch and he was only on the patch for maybe, I think, just not even a week yet. And he called me and he said 5 days in a row he went. So that was pretty amazing. And he said, no pain, nothing. And so, yeah, we're just really excited. So slowly changing lives. So it's been very exciting. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Here. Here. Okay. Shelby.
Good morning, aloha. My name is Shelby. I'm from Honolulu, and I have some testimonial things that I really want to share. So first of all, I have 3 children. So my oldest is 26, and since I've given birth to him, I've had chronic pain. So I've been on Excedrin for years. I finally decided I'm taking nothing. Deborah introduced me to the patch a year and a half ago, so last year. I have no pain, nothing. My inflammation is so much better. I have a bum knee. I've had since the 80s, no pain. I was told I may need surgery. I don't need it anymore. I've had breast issues. Beginning of this year, they found a lump, did the whole measure it, sent me to a surgeon. So while I was waiting for my appointment with the surgeon, I decided I'm gonna put the patch right on the lump. Showed up for the appointment, nothing. They couldn't find it. Said clearly it was there, they can't find it. So much other things with, I have friends, thank you. I have friends, I introduced the patch to them. So I wanna share, one was his qualifications got pulled for his job, said you need to go outside, get it squared away. And it was a thyroid issue. 3 months, they monitored him for 3 months. And when he told me he's probably gonna have to go surgery, I told him you need to patch. I introduced it to him earlier, but he's skeptical, yeah. Didn't want to do it. So I gave it to him. 5 days later, he went for his appointment to see which direction they're gonna go into his neck. Couldn't find the issue. Had him do blood work the next morning, called him 2 days later, said, we don't know what's going on. Your blood work is perfect. I have another friend just last night told me he's only been on the patch for maybe like 30 days. He wears a hearing aid, goes for his daily, I guess his annual check yesterday. They released him without rescheduling a follow-up because they said he passed. And he's only been on it 30 days, but for all these years, I mean, maybe 20 years, he didn't pass his hearing test. Yep, one more I wanna share is a knee issue. A friend came to work, went to the doctor, came back to work with crutches. They don't know what's going on with his leg, totally inflamed. Put the patch on. He went home that day, put another patch on the next morning, forgot he had his crutches, walked to the refrigerator and was just like, wow, what is this thing, right? Completely forgot he was in pain. But so that's why we're all here to share, help people live healthier lives, right? Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Deborah, another from Oahu.
Morning, everybody. My name is Deborah. I am a massage therapist and an energy healer. I have always been saying that I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Okay. So the reason why I got on the patches and Corinne Miyazu introduced me to the patches was because I ended up having shingles in the ending of November 2020. So I mean, I was in really, really bad pain. Even before I knew I had shingles, I had excruciating lower back pain. I had pain over here. And I was so worried that I had maybe a herniated disc or a slipped disc, or this could have been an inflamed appendix. Is it appendix? Or gallbladder. So anyway, I went to get a massage, 2 hours, nothing happened. And then I found out I had shingles. Well, the shingles, I had shingles here, you know, what do you call it? The rash, yeah. And then the pain would just run down from my groin, down my inner leg constantly. And it was worse at night. So I had 2 sleepless nights where it was just terrible. And you know, when you have pain, I mean, I don't normally have pain, but when I had that pain, I actually said to myself, wow, this is worse than childbirth. And my childbirth was really bad. I had 5 kids, okay? But anyway, so it was just zinging down, zing, zing, zing. It was like so unreal. And so what I was trying to tell you is when somebody has pain, that's all you can think about. You only focus on the pain. It's just unreal. So being a massage therapist, it's like, okay, now I know what my clients are talking about. You know, when they have sciatica, it's just running. It's just unreal. But anyway, on the morning after the 2 sleepless nights, I woke up saying to myself, wow, I really had a good sleep. I hope I have another night of good sleep. And you know what? Eventually, the pain went away. And I really believe it was from the patches. And something else happened. On the 7th day of wearing the patches, I woke up, and by that time, the nerves had already calmed down. But you know, when you have pain, well, when I was experiencing the shingles, I was so aware of my body. Okay. And then I woke up in the morning, I heard this click on the left side of my jaw. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what is that? I got off the bed, went into the bathroom, and for some reason I bit down, and I noticed that my bite had changed because I had laser gum surgery 4 years prior to that. And after that, my bite changed where the last molars, the last upper and bottom molars would touch, and it changed my bite. It changed my smile, and it affected my neck. So when I'd wake up in the morning, I felt like my jaws were like clenched down all night. And so my neck would be painful and tight. But because I'm a massage therapist, I can massage it out. But anyway, after that click, I noticed that the bite had changed. So now my molars, my second to the last molars were touching. And it just shifted everything. I mean, my smile was different. I woke up, my neck was better. It was unreal. But so during the shingles, and everything happened during the shingles, okay? I noticed that I had, in 2 different instances, like it looked like I had an infection on several of my toes. And okay, I gotta hurry. But anyway, I'm getting too detailed. I'm a detailed person. So anyway, what happened was I found out I had a detox to my meridians, if you know what Chinese medicine is. So since then, I have deeper sleep. I have vitality. My gums have grown back, okay? And my hair has stopped falling out. Yeah. So I am reverse aging.
Woo! Okay, we have someone else from Oahu, Ron. And Ron is a director of the publication Midweek for Content and Oahu Publications. And here you go. I'm going to hold it. He likes to talk.
3 minutes. Okay, Bhimi. Hi, everybody. I want you to remember today's date, right? October the 8th. It's a Saturday. The reason I say that is because today is the first day that is going to change your life. Because when I was introduced to LifeWave and X39, my life was changed. And I have a pretty good life. But I just can't talk. That's why she limits me to 3 minutes, because I can't talk about all the things that happens. Yeah. I'm a cancer survivor, 2-time cancer survivor. A year ago, I had stage 4 metastatic cancer in my lung. I am fine from that now, but in getting the cancer, I had a lot of problems with my health, my body. Over the COVID, gained 40 pounds, didn't exercise a single day for 2 years. And then after the surgery to remove the cancer, I was, for the pain, hopped up on OxyContin and gabapentin. And so I was always in a fog and everything. So really, I felt like my life was over. Coming into this year, I decided I need to really do something about it. Tried to do some exercise, which was pretty dismal. But a friend of mine introduced me to the patch, X39. And the stories I was hearing, I says, you know, I couldn't believe it. He says, no way this works, because it puts nothing into your body. I says, how does that happen? So, but he was good proof for me. And so I tried the patch. And in less than 24 hours, and you know, the material gives you a checklist. Rapid pain relief, check. Reduce inflammation, check. Improve sleep quality, check. Reduce stress anxiety, check. Increase energy vitality, check. Well, I couldn't tell in 24 hours. Improve skin appearance, enhance sports performance, check. I mean, it checked all the boxes for me in less than 24 hours, because I had a lower back pain. I had a shoulder pain I couldn't get rid of. I tried everything, physical therapy, steroid injections, all that wouldn't go away. My nights, I would just come home. You can ask my wife, Sharon, over there. I'd lie on the floor just because I couldn't do anything, because I sit at a desk all day working for a newspaper. But the patch, in 24 hours, my pain was gone.
All right, thank you. Woo. Okay. And this is Sarah.
Hello, aloha. 2 days, October 10th, 2 days from now will be my 3 months on the patches. And like everyone else, my life has changed. I have a long medical history, chronic pain as a kid, lots of sports accidents. And then in my 20s, I was in 5 car accidents in 4 years. I've had 13 surgeries. And what I didn't know in 2018 is that I got breast implants when I was in my 20s. And I didn't realize how sick they were making me and adding to the chronic pain, the inflammation, the food sensitivities, the digestion issues, the sleep issues, blah, blah, blah. So I made some recovery, and I moved here to the Big Island. I live on the Big Island now. And I came for another round of healing. I had made some progress. I was teaching water aerobics at the rec center in my city in Colorado. I slipped and I tore my ACL. And I was 2 weeks from that failed, the ACL first one failed. So I had a second surgery to go clean everything up. And 2 weeks later, I was on a plane here with my dog and my cat. And I had developed complex regional pain syndrome. And it was intolerable. It was the pain that I felt, that my clothes hurt, air hurt, sound hurt, energy, a lot of people. I was just overstimulated and I was miserable. And I came here for a life makeover. And the island has been doing its thing and I'm doing better. And 3 months, 3 months ago, I started. So the first thing I noticed when I was wearing the patches is my energy. I didn't have to come home and take a nap. I didn't have to just turn everything off. I was able to continue. And then, so actually I was moving out. I had to move places. And what really was astonishing was how much I could clean. And the fact that I could clean while they were demolishing the bathroom with the banging. Normally I wear earplugs for sound sensitivity. And I spent about 2 hours, almost 3 hours in there without earplugs while he was banging away, while I'm vacuuming. And I had taught my morning water aerobic class in the morning. And then I went home. I did take a nap that day, but I went out salsa dancing that night.
So your life is improving daily, right?
I would say so. Yes. Yeah. Other things was my bumper came undone on my car, and it was making this noise. So I had to get out and kneel on the ground. And normally, if I put any kind of pressure, like that kind of pressure on a hard surface, my stomach would turn over. I would have tears. It would be excruciating. And I like that guy that walked away from his cane. I just knelt. I put the bumper back on. I stood up. I got in the car, and then I realized my knees are okay. I'm not in excruciating pain. And then I started crying because I'm not in excruciating pain. And my life is just getting better. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure there's more and more stories. Dana, come on up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Dixon, and I've been wearing the X39 for about 2 years, I would say now. So I think the first thing I'd want to talk about would be the sleep. I tried the patches and about 1 to 2, maybe even that night, I thought, oh my gosh, I had the most amazing dreams. And I remembered my dreams, which was crazy. Like when I was 14 and younger and could fly, those kind of dreams. I'm like, this is insane. So my sleep went really well because I was waking up in the middle of the night. Anyway, and I am a trained ballerina, classical ballerina, and I have always had feet pain. And I've been flying for over 30 years. So the pumps, along with all my past dancing, my feet would hurt. And the patch has taken the pain away. So I just wear anything I want now to work, and it's not even an issue. The big thing is neuropathy. I had neuropathy in my right leg. It would run all the way down my right leg. And the patch took that away in about 5 to 7 days for me. So I'm like, it's gone. And I'm thinking, okay, and Dr. Dana, she's here somewhere. I'm like, okay, what is this patch? So yeah, over time, it took a little bit longer for my feet pain to go away, but immediately I felt sleep and the neuropathy was gone. I love it. So that's my story.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. You see all these different aspects of life changing. And now we're going to have a really amazing testimonial from Mariah from Alaska.
Hi, everyone. I don't know about anyone else, but do you want to stand up and stretch for a second? I feel better just standing up. So if you can, stand up. Reach back. Take a deep breath. Go down. Another deep breath. And have a seat. Okay. I needed to do that. I don't know about anybody else, but I need to do that. So my name's Mariah Thomas Wolf. I came here from Alaska, and I was actually the principal at Kihei Middle School about 4 years ago. And I think there's 800 kids at Kihei. Well, when I went to the beach here in Hawaii, I had a cut on the bottom of my foot, and you all wear sandals and stuff. And so I'm walking all over campus there, and at Lokalani Middle School. And apparently I got an infection in my foot and got MRSA. Well, I didn't realize it. I just thought it was this cut on the bottom of my foot. But within 3 weeks, it got so bad that they had to amputate my big toe. So it's half amputated. I have weird looking duck feet, but that's okay. I went home to Alaska. So that was on Thanksgiving. I was in the hospital here and had my big toe amputated, which was pretty traumatic for me. In the spring, on spring break, my husband's birthday was February 14th. And I went home, and I used to have sled dogs. So I had a team of sled dogs. And on the 14th, I said, do you mind if I go run the sled dogs? I have them in Hawaii. I want to, go do something. And my husband goes, go ahead. It's my birthday, but you'll come back. And I'm like, yeah. And so I get on the sled. I hook up 12 dogs. They're raring to go because they hadn't been running a while because I hadn't been home. And they're lunging and barking and lunging and barking. And we take off out of the driveway. But what I didn't realize is that the snow plow had gone down the road and plowed down to the ice. So when I took off out of the driveway and took that first right turn on the sled, it was hang on, okay? Not a big deal, but he only did one sweep. So he hadn't pushed the berms back yet of the piles of snow. So the dogs went around the berm, but my sled went up on the side of the berm and I crashed down really hard on the ice. No big deal, used to that. Got the hook in to hold the dogs back in the berm, righted the sled. But what I didn't realize is the stanchions that held the handlebars had snapped in half. And the dogs were lunging and barking and wanting to go. Pull the hook, off I go, leaning on the handlebars, and went down a second time so hard it broke my femur. So I'm lying in the middle of the road, almost to the trail, and I call my son on the cell phone. Thank God I took the cell phone. Call him. I've fallen and I can't get up. And he's like, where are you? And I said, well, I'm just like a block away. And he goes, but you left like a few minutes ago. I know, I've had problems, okay? I said, you need to come. Thank God he was a paramedic. So he shows up, and the first thing he says is, can you move your feet? And I said, I don't know. Am I moving my feet? He goes, thank God, yes. He goes, you're not crippled. So they called an ambulance, and I was an EMT too. So this was my volunteer crew that shows up, and they take me to the hospital. And oh, by the way, when I pulled the hook and the dogs pulled forward, and I was being dragged on the ground behind the sled, it was taking that femur, and that knuckle bone at the end had sheared off. So as I was being dragged, it was shoving that bone up into my hip. It was excruciating pain. And went to the hospital. They said, that's the worst femur break we've ever seen. I don't know if you'll ever walk again. So it took a year in physical therapy for me to be able to get out of bed on my own and be able to use a walker, and then 2 canes, and then 1 cane. And then finally, I'm not using a cane now, but it was a lot of work, and I still have pain, but it's so much better. Anyway, in that time period, my husband passed away. I didn't know anything about these patches. And my girlfriend, Marci, says to me, she says, you still have pain? I'm like, are you kidding me? I always have pain. And she said, well, I'm going to send you something. Tell me what you think. And so the same time that she gave Peter patches, she mailed patches to me. So when I put that patch on, I'm like, I don't know what's in this patch, but my pain has diminished a lot. And a week after Peter signed up, I signed up. But I didn't have the money because I wasn't working as a principal. My husband just passed away. I'm like, how much is this going to cost me? And she goes, well, it's like, I can get it for you wholesale. I'm like, okay, well, how much is it going to cost me? Because I don't have a job. I'm on disability. And she says, it's like $100 a month. I was like, I can't afford that. And she said, well, she goes, just share it with people, and maybe you'll get your patches paid for. I was like, okay, well, my mom could use patches. My son's now working at a hospital. He could use patches. So I signed up my mom and I signed up my son, and then I signed up my best friend, Sean. And within a month, I had my patches paid for the next month. And also I made $200. And I'm like, what? How did that happen? And I didn't understand network marketing. I did it a little bit, but I wasn't super successful, you know, with essential oils and all that. I don't know. I was working a full-time job. That's probably why. This time I'm stuck at home. It's COVID, right? And I'm in my house and I really can't go anywhere. I was lucky I could climb in and out of my truck. And I started little by little making money just from home. And I didn't have like a big network, you know, I wasn't a major network marketer. So I didn't have this big network of people I could call on. It was family, friends, teachers I had worked with before, the guy at the grocery store who I saw was limping, you know, whoever I ran into, I, you know, just end up having a conversation with them. And we get around to, you know, what's going on with you. And they tell me their story about what was going on with them. And I tell them, you know, hey, I didn't have a job and I finally found something that's going to help me with my pain. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, well, I'll give you some and you try it and you give me your phone number and I'll give you a call in a few days and let me know what you think. Because that's what Marci did for me. She mailed me patches. And he calls me back and he says, I definitely got some good sleep and I have more energy. I was like, well, good. I said, you know, you really should use them for 3 months before you can start to see something happening. I said, because your body has to go through what's called 2 skin cycles. So in those 2 skin cycles, that's where the stem cells really start to rejuvenate. And some of the things that I noticed was my skin was softer. I'll get some water. My skin was softer. My hair was coming in thicker and better sleep. And I definitely had more energy. So that was pretty amazing for me anyway. And then less pain. Oh my God, less pain. And I was able to climb in and out of my truck. And then, you know, in physical therapy, they tell you, okay, stand tall and walk angel wings, 1 foot in front of the other. I'm like, girl, I got like a missing toe. I'm on the same leg, I have a broken femur. So we'll do the best we can. But I'm telling you, I'm so much better now. And so that was 2019. My husband passed away, didn't have a job, started making money. So as a school principal, you make like $4 grand, maybe a month, maybe 5, and you work all the time. You open up the school, you close the school after sports. You're there for parents, you're there for meetings, you're there on the weekends during sporting events. You basically work 7 days a week. Early in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, all the way to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. That's just what it is. But I love kids and I love doing it. Anyway, I can get up when I want now. I'm on the phone. I can do my job anywhere. I can just take off and come here to Maui if I want. Let's just say in the almost 3 years since I started with no money and in pain and not being able to climb in and out of my truck. And by the way, I run my dogs again. I'm back to running dogs. Anyway, I probably make 3 times as much as a school principal, and they pay you every week. So I have no complaints about this job. I can walk, I feel good. I'm just a happy camper, and it's the best retirement. I retired after I broke my femur. I'm like, I can't chase kids around anymore. Can't do it, you know? And they're gonna see the principal and, you know, they're gonna be like, we got her.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. All right.
Thank you. I want to give a round of applause to everyone who gave a testimonial. Thank you all so much. And right before I call Peter back, I just want to leave you with this thought. You heard some miraculous stories right now. This company, LifeWave, has a vision of helping people heal using new technologies, not using meds, bringing people back into balance. And we here in the company feel like we're on a mission Because once you know about this, how can you not help somebody else? How can you not want to share this with somebody that you love and care about? Because they're suffering. Everybody here raise their hand. You know somebody's suffering. So this is something unlike anything on the planet. We're patented. We have no competition. So the person that invited you here, get with them and make it happen for you. Get yourself on these products so you can be a testimonial next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhimi. All right. Did everybody see the power of this little thing? So look at this little thing and look at the lives is changing and look at what is giving back the HTF, right? Start with this. This is your HTF. I call this a tool. Always use your tool. So I'm going to go over a couple of benefits. And if you had this benefit, I'm just going to review it. Raise your hand or stand up, and everyone on Zoomy land, you too. So after using this, who had better sleep? Raise your hand. Everyone's raising their hand because as you have better sleep, because you're regenerating and you're repairing. So it's forcing you to go to sleep. Who here has more joy and youthful energy? Okay. Do you know how many people want just to feel good? Just feeling good. Who wants to feel good? Okay. We all do, right? Zoomy land. We all want to feel good. All right. Oh, this big one. Mental clarity. Do you know how much people are paying for brain stuff now? The brain, you got to protect the brain. You got to be clear. And I put this on my gut because your gut is what? Your brain, your second brain. So when you can clear your gut, it will what? Clear your brain, okay? Huge. Obviously, we talked a lot about pain and inflammation reduction. Who had benefit of that? I'm assuming everyone, okay? And when I say pain, we're talking about anything, okay? Pain, just any feeling. And I don't like to say the F word. Everybody uses the F word, feeling. We don't use the F word, no more F word, okay? You say the E word, experience. What is your experience? Okay, the F word was used that's programming by the Western medical. Do you feel something? No. Do you know that, right? If you feel something, then, oh, we're going to prescribe you a painkiller or something. You want to feel. Do you know what I mean? A feeling is an indicator, like a light in your car that's like telling you what's wrong in your car. A pain is an indicator in your body. You want to be able to feel it, acknowledge it, but know what it's doing. Does that make sense, everyone? So you got to feel something, but you don't want to feel pain, all the chronic pains, okay? Who here have better skin, wrinkle reduction, and hair growth? Raise your hand. Okay, who here had scars reduction, like skin tags, scars, C-sections, scars? Who here scars go away? Okay, good. I know I hear a lot of that. Wound healing, sports. Who here are athletes? Ron, all you athletes, okay? Who benefited from this? Are you doing more jumping jacks? Are you running more? Are you recovering faster? Okay. The next thing is recovery. Okay, last thing is reverse cellular aging. Who feels like they're getting younger? Okay. Any one of these benefits, I'm just gonna lay it on the line for you. All these benefits that you raise your hands for. How much money are you spending to get that benefit? For energy, that's 1. Hair growth, 1. Skin, 1. Pain, 1. Athlete, 1. Do you understand? How much as a human are you spending every day in your medicine cabinet to get benefit from that specific issue or problem? A lot of money. What if you can spend less than $4 a day? $4 a day, and then try to eliminate and see how much you're benefiting from this one patch, or how much is this one patch saving you? Some people, do they say that it's expensive? Yeah, But then when I say it's expensive, then I ask them again, what are you doing? What issues do you have and how much are you spending on that? One issue. Does that make sense? There's many, as you're gonna go through this, we're gonna rebuttal and we're gonna share a lot. So everybody understands today the benefits? Everybody knows the health? Good, because now we're gonna come up and we're gonna do a raffle and we're gonna, well, actually, no, what are we gonna do?
We're going to do a raffle.
We're gonna
We
do a
are
raffle.
going to raffle
We're gonna do a
off
raffle.
free products. We're going to do 2 raffles here. We're going to raffle off 2 different month supply here in person. And Donna, can you do 2 sleeves on Zoom, please, also?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. All
So-
right, everybody. Everybody got their ticket out? Let's go, let's go.
Okay.
Let's get your ticket out. Go ahead,
ticket out.
Kathleen or
All right.
Sheila, pull the lucky winner.
Oh, the lucky winner. Yes, yes. Let's see. Okay. So it is ticket 6862559.
55559.
Right on.
She stayed extra.
Yay.
Come on, join.
All right.
Okay, y'all, it's our turn. We have a few minutes. I don't know how long they will be. So a number between 1 and 100, or actually 1 and 50, between 1 and 50, put your number in the chat room. And I'm gonna have, I have a number, I'm writing it down right now, what it is. There's one of them and I'm gonna write down the other one as well. Actually, I'll do the other in a second. Okay. Give you about 30 seconds to write down your numbers. Kathy Coker, can you help me? Okay, I'm gonna count for another about a few seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody had their chance? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let me see where they are in their process. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Let's call it. The number is 23. 23. Okay, someone help me figure out whose number is closer to 23. We have a 22.
Daryl, I think, had a 23.
Darylynn.
Okay, we have a 23. How many 23?
Michael Wheaton is 23.
Who is?
Michael Wheaton is 23.
Michael Wheaton. 23. Anybody else hit it right on the number on the belly?
Daryl
Yes,
Lynn.
Rebecca Dominguez is 23.
Rebecca Dominguez, and then Daryl who?
Lynn.
Lynn.
S-W-A-R-D
is your last name. SWORD. Daryl Lynn Sword.
Denise Knapp is
Sword, SWORD. All righty. Okay, we have another one to give away. I'm going to go ahead. If you see anything else in that, we're going to start the next one. The next one's going to be a letter instead. Let's see, 2 letters actually that go side by side. Oh no, that'll be a pain, won't it? Let's do another number. We're going to do now between 50 and 100. And I'm going to write down that number. Not looking at anyone. We're doing, for anyone who just jumped on side, we're doing a raffle. So put in a number between 50 and 100 and whoever hits it gets something free. Starting now. And then those that already won the other one, if we could, when we're done with all this, type those names and numbers. I'll give you my private text number, and then I want you to send me your name, address, and all that jazz.
What's the winning number?
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Sorry. I'm fast and furious, but also very thoughtful and thinking. Okay, the number 72 for the second raffle. Or whatever.
TCL is 72.
And Cindy Nash is 72. And Julie Ann Peach is 72.
Wow. We got some synchronicity coming on. And Jamie Palank
is 72.
Cindy Nash.
And Darlene Sword again. Darlene, you already won one, honey. She sure did.
Yeah, she got both of them. Okay.
I wonder how many people get to win. Did we even do that? You know, this is what I'll have to do, y'all, in all fairness, when we have everything written down. I'll ask them how many they're giving away, then I'll put you, you'll have to trust me. I'll put them in a thing and I'll pull it out, okay? Because I don't know any of you, so I have no favoritism. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, thank you for trusting me. I promise I'm not everybody who hits it. Oh, I'm just not giving away the gift, so rock on, however it works. Awesome. Okay. So right now I have for the 23, I had Michael Wheaton, Darlene Sword, Rebecca Dominguez. That's all I have for 23. If anyone has anything different, let me know.
Mute. Stop talking. Oops.
Stop talking. And then on the 72 that we called out, it's Cindy Nash, Julie Ann Peach, Jamie Palank, and Darlene Sword again. That's it, correct? Thank you, whoever said great hosting. I appreciate your encouragement. Much love to everybody. Isn't this fun? I love free presents. This is awesome. And welcome to everyone. They're doing their thing. I don't know what they're doing, but I'll mute us all when we have to. Anyway, blessings to everybody. This is awesome, y'all. Okay, so this is my phone number. I'm going to expect you to text me, okay? 281, this is for the winners. 281-948-5642. My name's Donna. 281-948-5642. And I want you to put your name, your address, your email, and your phone number. Don't do it in like 12 different texts. Please do it in one text for me so I don't lose my mind. Okay, is that cool beans? Please. And please do it. You need to do it while we're on. Please don't wait and do this later. It won't count. You have to do it while we're on today. So here's my phone. I'm waiting for your texts. Okay. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I love it. So I don't have any text yet. You write it down. My name, Donna Reiners, 281-948. Oh, I know you already wrote it, but now I'm writing what they need. So thank you. So now I need your name. Well, if I can spell it, name, address, phone number, and email. All in one text to me. And then I'll find out who to give it to. It might have to wait until they get back from Hawaii, y'all. Okay, let me see what they're doing. I don't know how many we can do. Let me find out if we can do more, okay? Whoops.
How many winning names do we already have?
I don't know. Oh, that's right. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7. I have 4 with the 72 and 3 with the 23.
Maybe we don't need to do anymore.
Yeah, probably not. I'm just waiting to see. I'm trying to see what they're doing too. Just a second, let me find out if we can hear what they're doing so we can be in on it as well. Since we're not doing our own party. If we were doing our own party, y'all, we could stay on, but that's where the party is in Hawaii. We should all be there. I'm going to mute myself, see what's happening.
She's on the phone. That's why she's muted.
I'm not on the phone. I was just, I was asking, I was going on Facebook to see if they could hear him, but they can't hear him either. Trying to see what we could do to hear what they're doing, but he's not answering his phone either. So it's all good. And we're live on Facebook, so they can hear us just fine and dandy. Hi, Facebook land.
Does anybody have any good testimonials?
I'm just waiting to make sure because he wanted us to, yeah. Let me check on Marci too. I don't mind if we do that, but the minute we're back on, we'll need to mute fast, okay?
How much is your sleep worth?
Very good, Peter.
Okay, a lot of people, the X39, a lot of our patches, when you're regenerating, again, you have to go to sleep. But if you add the silent night on there, it just works wonders. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Peter, it does. It actually balances your melatonin.
Melatonin, that's
Yes.
what it was.
So you just put it on about a half hour before you're ready to go to sleep, and you just have a beautiful, amazing, restful sleep.
All right, this is our latest, newest patch to the lineup. It is called the X39. What are the benefits of the X39?
Yes, Peter, it is. It's amazing. It is a daughter patch to our X39, right? The X39 elevates the GHK copper peptide. The X49 elevates the AHK peptide. So it works in conjunction with the two of them. It's the daughter peptide, and it gives you the hot body, right? After 30 days, 10% body fat is now turned into muscle. It increases your strength, your stamina, your endurance. It grows bone. So it is an amazing complement. It also takes care of your organs, similar to carnosine with your brain and your heart and all other organs.
So we're gonna bring up Bhimi because one of the major benefits of this patch is, anybody knows good frequency? Everybody heard of bad frequency? So we have bad frequency, which is, anybody here owns a phone? Okay, we all own phones, right? So one of the benefits of this is it actually blocks 5G and bad frequencies. And we have tons of testimonials of people that go through airports that are very sensitive for screening, phone sensitivity, Wi-Fi sensitivity. Everybody experiences that stuff, right? So Bhimi and Kathaleen are gonna do a test with this.
Yes,
let's
good
call somebody.
idea.
Take
Yeah.
that.
All right, someone who has their phone and someone who has a friend, you have a friend here who can call you. So, okay, come on up, one of you. Do you have a friend that'll call you? Okay, bring your phone up. Now, you've heard about a Faraday cage. A Faraday cage the government uses to block energy or so you can't get through. So it sets up like a come up here, please. It sets up a Faraday cage effect in your body. And this is going to show you in real time the effectiveness in this one area of the X39. So just imagine, I can't show you that on the X39, but this is going to demo for you. Okay, so we're going to put this down right here first. Okay, what's your name? Rochelle. You don't have to. Do you know muscle testing?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you're going to put your arm out. Yeah, and face the audience. And she's going to keep me from pushing down. You want me to do this one? Okay. So just give me resistance. Hold. Okay, say my name is Rochelle. Hold. Say my name is Peter. Hold. She can't keep it up because it's not true. Anything that's not true or negative. Okay, so pick your phone up. Hold it to your ear. The other one. Hold. Okay, now call her, please. Is it ringing? It's ringing? Okay, hold. Hold.
Wow, this
Okay,
completely
let's
weakens the
put-
whole system, right?
This is X49, put it on
Okay.
here.
And now watch
Yeah,
what's going to
so
happen with
here,
our latest X49
doesn't
patch,
matter, just put it in.
protecting us from the 5G.
Okay, so it doesn't take long. You put the X49 on and imagine that you're doing this day after day. So you're building this Faraday cage, this protection. Okay, so now hold the phone up again. She's going to call you again. Are you calling her? Okay. Hold.
Wow.
The face says everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the face.
My face always says it.
So hold again. It's still ringing?
Yeah.
Okay, call her again. I just want you to see in that amount of time how this patch strengthens you against the radiation. Is it ringing?
Yeah.
Okay, hold. And I'm really pushing. That's it, folks. That's how that works. So imagine the X49 and the X39 together.
I'm a very skeptical person.
Absolutely.
Well, now you're
amazing.
not skeptical.
Thank you so much. for
What
that.
other benefits does an X49 have, Kathleen?
So strength, stamina, endurance. My 82-year-old dad can do more reps with integrity. He's been working out for 40 years and his body is completely changing on the X49. His golfing is now below his age. So it's strength, stamina, endurance. It creates lean muscles, grows bone, and like Bhimi just demonstrated, protects from the 5G.
Wow.
Wow, Mariah. Thank you so much. So we're going to take a break in a few minutes. And when we do that, Miss Jan Rand, can you raise your hand, Jan? Oh, there she is, Jan. Jan Rand. So if anybody would like to try any of the other patches, you go over to Jan at break and she will patch you up. Okay. So perfect. So just in summary, where the pain and repair protocol, you would do X39, Eon, and Ice Wave.
Okay.
Your immune support protocol, you do X39, Eon, glutathione, and Alavita. Organ support protocol, you would do carnosine and X49 and X39. Skin support protocol, you would do X39, glutathione, Alavita, and of course, sports performance, cellular reverse aging, all of that, you will do X39 and X49. So we can mix and match to hold your health journey, particularly to your needs, and get you feeling better, younger, and living longer, right, Peter?
Yes, and I want to make sure we have a disclaimer. None of these protocols are meant to treat, diagnose, mitigate, cure any of your disease. If you have any of these issues, please consult with your physician first.
Absolutely. Thank you, Peter. So with that, we're going to take.
Actually, I want to add something.
Yes, please.
So that everybody really absorb the information on how these patches work. Does everybody know how these patches work? How to apply them? Don't worry if you don't know. We have tons of videos. Company has all this information on the website. We do this all the time. The only thing I want to get into your mind today is you now have a solution, a non-invasive way to now live your day forever on. Like what Ron said, today is his day. From this point on, you have the choice. Do you want to put chemicals in your body to turn you on? Or do you not want to put chemicals in your body, but you have an option to turn you on? What do you choose from this point on today? So enjoy this. This is our portion for the product, and the testimonial is done.
Yes, thank you. And we're going to do another raffle. So
Another raffle?
Yes, two more
Okay.
raffles. So you can choose to say yes to your health naturally with the light therapy that Peter's talking about. Perfect.
Okay, let's go. We're right on time.
We're
That
right
sounds
on
pretty
time,
good.
Peter. And also 2 on Zoom, please, Donna. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
2 on Zoom, Donna. Oh, this is Claudia's favorite number, 686-2555.
Okay, guys, it's our turn. So, dun, da, da, da. All right. Let's do 1,000 to 1,075. How's it? 1,000 to 1,075. Rock it on. Let me have it. Hold on. So it's between 1 and 3 zeros and 1 and 075. On your mark, get set, rock it. And then I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know how many we're giving away, but it'll all be okay. I'll still do it.
So today we're going to take a little break. So get with the person who invited you and let's put an order and say yes to your health. Okay. We have Sheila and Dana and Jan and Claudia that can run around and help you. All right.
We are taking a 10-minute break. After this, we're going over the business. Anybody ready for the business?
Okay. All right. We're just going to do one. So let's finish what we're doing. All righty. Now, oh, hold on. All right. Here's the number. This is the number, y'all. 1027. 1027. Y'all help me. Let's see what we got. 1027. And while we're doing this, I'm going to mute myself and put them back on in case they're doing something we need to know about, but I'll look for the numbers. Okay, y'all? Okay. 1027. Who's got a 1027? I feel like I'm in bingo, y'all. Who's the closest to 1027? Yep, while they're on a break, yay. We can, let me mute them because they can hear me. While they're on a break, we will do our thing. Number for raffle 1027. David Ring, you got 1027? Oh, no, you're announcing it for me. Thank you, you're awesome. Okay, so we got a 1022. That's pretty doggone close, y'all. 1022. Hold on. So we got a 1022. Yes, sir, Mr. Peter. We're doing a raffle. No, I cut you off because I'm talking to them. So I had to mute you so I could finish the raffle here. So y'all are doing one raffle, but we got like 4 people getting one number. So I told them if there was only one thing, then I just put it on a bowl and choose one. But right now we got several people who've won. All right. Okay, awesome. I'll unmute y'all when we're done, but we've got 10 minutes. So we might do something fun while y'all are doing that. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, Donna.
Guys,
Where's Marci today?
I'm not sure who's talking. Hello?
Jeannie.
Hello,
She
Jeannie.
wasn't feeling well.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I wanted to find out. Okay.
She's not on the call, I don't think.
No, she's not. I'm doing the Zoom today. So we have 1028. What's the closest to 1027? TCL got 1028 again. TCL's on a roll.
Well, David Ring got 1027 exactly.
I thought he was announcing it.
Marci was on the morning call today at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Hey, I need to stay on the raffle for a minute, y'all. Okay, so 10027. David, were you just announcing the number or did you choose that number? Can you please tell me? David Ring? Okay, well, we're just going to go with 1028 and 1027, I think. David Ring, it really looked like you were just announcing it. Are you still there? TCL got 1028. Yep.
David said that was his number.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, then we've got 1027. That's the one we're going to do. David Ring one. David, can you please text me at 281-948-5642 and give me your name, your address, your email, and your phone number, please? I appreciate it. I think that's the only one that was right on the money. All righty. Good job, y'all. Okay, we have about 5 more minutes. Who has a rockin' awesome testimony about someone that has been on the patches for at least 6 months? Oh, let's do this first real quick. Carrie Davis wants to remind us all that if you want to tell your story on live radio in Clearwater on Living a Healthy Lifestyle Show and Tan Talk Radio, call her. She will help you help people by telling the power of the patch story. If you'll go into the chat, you will see her number, 515-822-4877. That's Carrie Davis. And now I'm waiting to hear from David Ring, so that I have all that caught up, because I do not want to get behind in this, y'all, because I will not remember, and I'm doing the best I can. Okay, who's got an exciting testimony? I think they only did one. Okay, we'll do one more. That's fine. I'll do one more. All right, so now it's between 3,000 and 3,050. 3,000 and 3,050. Let's rock it. All right, I wrote down the number. We're just gonna, we should all showed up with a lei or a little Hawaii hat or our swimsuits or something like that. That would have been fun for some of us. And then some of us be like, I got a towel on, I cover myself from head to toe, forget you people. That's what I'd be doing. All right, let's do it. Okay, I'm calling it. One, we're counting from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. The number is 3003. 3003. Who has 3003? 3003.
I got it. I can't believe it.
30. Who does? Oh, Rebecca Dominguez got 3003. Again, oh my gosh. And Death got 3003. Oh my goodness, there's two. Do we have a third? There we go. There's the two. Good job, guys. Please, I already have, let me write down her name. I have Dominguez. Go ahead and Dominguez. Go ahead, Rebecca, if you could just text me again and say, hey, I want another one. That'd be a blessing. That way I don't have to keep up with it. And then Death. My number I've got download. It's 281. I'll text it again. I'll go copy and paste it. 281-948-5642. And whoever told me to do this again, thank you so much for keeping me on track. That's why we all need each other. All right. This is what I need, Death. I need you to
Can you text the number again, please? Thank you.
Yes, I am right now. I had to get him in to get in there. There you go. There you are. I just did. Blessings, blessings.
Donna, if you need someone to share the testimony, been using it for 6 months, I'll share if you want me to.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Awesome. Do I have everything yet? Death, go ahead and send that to me.
I'll send it to you after I share, okay? Would that be okay?
Oh, is that you, Death? I'm sorry, I can't see who's talking.
I'll send it to you after I share. Would that be okay?
Yes, it would be fine.
Okay. Hi, team. My name is Dave here. I'm from Clearwater, Florida. I've been using this patch over a year. And the X39, I have so many good story experience, but I'm just gonna pick one, okay? So I'm 52, and I remember that my part of my shoulder here, it was falling asleep. It was numb all the way from the shoulder, all the way down to my finger, okay, on the right-hand side. I'm like, what's going on? Am I getting a stroke? Am I paralyzed? Am I getting a heart attack or what? So I didn't tell my family, right? So I thought, okay, we'll see what happened. So I thought that maybe I'm just like sleeping on the same side too long. So I decided to sleep it on the other side. And again, I was feeling this numbness from the shoulder all the way down to my left hand. I'm like, wait a second, this is not right, right? Fast forward, after using the X39, that is completely gone. So I was telling my family, it's like, look, okay, I don't know what happened, but I didn't do anything differently. I did not change my eating habit. I didn't exercise. And all I did was just like using X39. And then it's just so amazing. From there on, I'm pretty much so a true believer. But I'm gonna ask for another minute, okay? My son have eczema. He just turned 15 yesterday. He's been having eczema since he was born. Now, at the early age, as a toddler or baby, as parents, we didn't know what to do. We did everything. We tried pretty much everything on the market, on the shelf. We tried pretty much everything, okay? We put a lot of money trying to help him. But okay, from baby to all the way 14, nothing helped. It calms it down, but it didn't completely heal him. As he was growing from a baby to a teenager, he would sleep like right in the middle from the husband and the wife, and we would turn to try to help him not scratch. So we would put like socks, like from here, put the socks on him so he won't scratch himself, because he scratched himself so much that he would bleed. And then when he would go to school, and then I know that he doesn't wear any short sleeve. The reason why he won't wear any short sleeve is that he felt like he was embarrassed of how bad his skin is, and how, you know, how it crumble up or crack and bleeding. And he was going through that his life. And now, after like I would say about roughly, I would say 6-7 months, his skin is completely gone, healed. And before, it looks like he was like in his 60s, 70. Remember, this kid is only 14 during that time, or 15. And now his skin is like, look like a baby. His skin doesn't even look like a teenager anymore. And I took a picture. Good thing I take the picture before and after. And normally I post it up. And it just, it blessed. It just like we so much appreciate of the X39. The two things that he used was the X39 and the glutathione. Ever since that, we just use pretty much everything, bring them on. We use all the pads. We've been doing this for like, what, 8 months now, and we're just very happy, and we're very happy that we have a chance to share with everybody on the Zoom today. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
In our last few minutes, y'all, who has never shared on a Zoom before? Who would be courageous and share their short testimony? We probably only have about 5 minutes left. What do y'all think? Death, that's amazing. I'm so excited for your son. Yeah, it's brilliant. Oh my gosh, this is
Thank you.
life-changing for our entire bloodline. It's so life-changing if we'll just stay with it long enough for us to all see the benefits, whether it be the physical benefits, the emotional and mental benefits, or even the financial benefits. There's benefits all the way down the line if we're just consistent and we keep loving and we keep just doing the what is it Peter calls it, behavior. Well, in
Experience.
our case, yes, the behavioral experience of being consistent. Okay, who tell me who has a testimony they'd be willing to share and they've never shared before? Unmute yourself. We probably don't have much time, so I would love to hear from somebody who's never had the courage to say anything before.
I'll go.
Who's I? Oh my. Are you there? That was Galaxy. Well, Galaxy, I guess we might have to wait another time unless you can mute whoever is near you who has their computer open. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. While they're trying to figure that out, is there someone else who's never had the courage to share? Hopefully we'll all have time to listen to Galaxy Note again. Anyone else? Come on, tell me something good.
I'll go.
Awesome. Mike.
Hi guys. I've been wearing the X39 patch for about 2 weeks. So for me, I haven't really wore it consistently, but I wore it for like every other day. Although I see a big
30
difference.
seconds. 30 seconds. Break time is done.
Go ahead.
Bathroom time is done.
I'm muting.
And
Finish real fast. Go ahead.
Okay. And it helped me get through my day without.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Donna? You muted us. Okay. So
I did. We're
everyone,
in the
break time is done. Gym time is done. Coffee time is done. Let's get ready to party. This is my favorite part. No coffee? Oh, we don't have coffee? Okay. Don't worry. I take you out to lunch afterwards. You can have all the coffee you want later. All right, everybody, from the back to the back to the back, get to the front. Everybody, everyone is getting ready. Come back. Bring your teams here. You don't want to miss this part. Okay, Claudia, everybody come to the front. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right, Joe, we can turn off the music. Kathleen, where are you? What am I doing? Am I doing something? Did you text me? No. I forgot the 12 bullet points. Do you have it, the sheets? Do you have the, oh, okay, give me those. So am I going over the company too? What am I doing? Okay. Let's get ready to start the business part. You ready, Joe? Our Zoom's ready? Okay. All right, everyone. This is my favorite part. And we'll have everybody in the back a little bit out. Good. Okay, I'm going to start with the business part. Okay, so before I start on the business, I want to make sure everybody understands the word business. Everybody in the back, make sure, because we hear you, Jan, we hear you loud and clear. Okay, so what is everybody's definition of business? Make money. What else? Serve. What else? Have fun. All right, I like her. What else? What's your definition of business? Huh? Headache. Okay. So before I get into the business part, the real business part of LifeWave, okay? The definition of business from Tim Sales, who is a network marketing leader, teacher, guru, entrepreneur. His definition of business is simply helping someone's life to become better. Really listen to that word, simply helping someone's life to become better. Who here is a teacher? Great. Oh, wow. Really? So as you're teaching people information, when they absorb your information and they apply that, is their life better? Who here is a mechanic? Okay, what is a mechanic's job? Make sure that that car is safe for that family so they don't get into accidents, correct? So that would be a life better. Who here is a beautician, a dentist, a hairstylist, a contractor? What business are you in? Okay, reflect that. So the reason why I asked that is because I'm going to give you the 10 benefits or the outlook of this industry, okay? And when I go through that, I want you to think for yourself, what kind of business are you in? So remember, when I was a hairstylist, I didn't understand, but my business, I just thought I'd need to cut hair, help people look good, and collect money. Does that make sense? But as I evolved into the network marketing, the direct sales industry, you get a different mindset with that, because you cannot do business here if you cannot help other people. Does that make sense? And when I say help other people, what are we helping other people to do? So let me explain to you, what are you helping with people? And I hear a lot of people say, I can't do network marketing. I can't do sales. Guess what? We're not doing any of those two. Does that make sense? What we are doing today, in today's times, does everybody heard of the industrial time? What was the industrial time? It was work, hard labor work, okay? You're physically working to earn a money, get it? To live a lifestyle. Now, when you physically work, who are you benefiting? Your employer, your job, your corporation. Does that make sense? Now, listen very carefully, okay? Zoomy land, everyone. Now, what era are we in today's times? Information. Thank you, Gary. We are in the info age. How do we know? Who here used the internet? Who here uses a phone and get on the internet? Who here searches on the internet? Who here copy and paste on your phone? Who here sends out an email? That means we're in information. Has anybody bought a stock before? You took an information and you pressed a button and you made some money if that stock went up or down. Does that make sense? That is called information. So I want to make sure you understand we are in an information world. So if I share with Bay, if I share her some information and she shares it with Sheila, and if Sheila uses that information and she applies it and she got something out of it, did that bring value to Sheila? And if Sheila absorbed that information, she shared it with Kathaleen, and that information changed her mindset, perspective, or her life because she applied and used that information. Did Sheila bring value to Kathaleen? Does that make sense? So we're in an information age. So one information can change your life. So if I ask Sheila, what do you know about stem cells? And she does not know anything about stem cells, but I explained it to her and I gave her a tool, meaning I shared her my story and I shared with her a information text or a website, and she took her time, her valuable time to look at that, and she got something out of it because now she said yes because she trusted Bay, and then she applied that technology and now she can walk. Did she get value from that information? Was there any special skills that Bay knew? No. So now I'm going to ask everyone here, do you need special skills to do business? No, no, no. What do you need? You need action. You need a commitment. You need to understand what business is, and you need to ask yourself, do I want to help others live? Do I want to help someone else to have a better life? Who does? So guess what? If you do, you're in business. Massage therapist, what are you doing? You're helping people feel good, but you're putting your time and energy into that. Does that make sense? Now, does it take time to peel off a sticker? 1 second. Does it take time to apply a sticker? 1 second. Does it take time to get an experience, not a feeling, an experience, right? So if I applied it and she sleeps better, did I give her value? So now understand, I'm going to give you information now. How you apply this information is up to you. But I will tell you, you cannot do business in LifeWave unless you have a health experience yourself. Does that make sense, everyone? We're not selling snake oil here. You're not getting a placebo. You physically have to get an experience. Something has to happen to you. You have to be able to share that story, and you have to be able to learn what skills or what behaviors or what information you can share with others, which are called tools. I'm going to give you tools. If you can use these tools to do what you need to do, guess what? You're going to change people's lives, and they will tell you if they want to work with you or not. Does that make sense? We're not here to convince you, cheat you, steal, lie, whatever, coerce. We're here to share information. Now, take this information, because whatever we're going to share here is over 20 years of experience from a lot of us, probably 100 years combined or more. But this is what we've been looking for. So did anybody here marry their first husband and wife? Zoomy Land, who married their first husband and wife? Like you saw Gary, and that's your first person, and you married him. You lucky woman. Oh, did you marry the person you first dated? Okay, you lucky woman. I wish I would have found this company when I first started network marketing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But guess what? It didn't happen that way, because I was meant to go through a journey together. I had to date a lot of bad companies to find a good company. I had to be lied, cheated, and stole to get to my place where I am today. And I'm sure each and every one of you had to go through the same journey too, right? So as I'm going to go through this, I just want you to assess yourself and how do you apply this to your life, okay? So why is this a good business to build, okay? Why is this a good business to build, everyone? Because LifeWave is a health technology company that only develops health technology with patents, and all David Schmidt wants is to regenerate and repair you. So we all can go sell cell phones, bowling balls, cars, whatever. Again, does that bring value to you and your friends and family? If it doesn't, that's not my business. Does that make sense? So the reason why I choose LifeWave is because it has a perpetual going, meaning that, do you know anyone that is not getting older? That means everyone will always want our product. If you get the grandfather, you get the grandson, the son, you get the grandson. Does that make sense? This is the first time I'm seeing generations of families working together. That just shows you that we're very smart, because if you stick in one industry, you can succeed and retire from one industry. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's why I choose this business. Now, I'm going to go over the 10 bullet points, which is the company. We are a debt-free 18-year-old company. Number one, debt-free, meaning David Schmidt does not owe anyone. This is not a publicly traded company where we don't answer to the stockholders. Does that make sense? Number one, big difference. Number two, David Schmidt is the owner, the creator, the CEO of LifeWave. He holds all the patents that he pays for and have all these doctors do studies that he funds. Does that make sense? He is in control. Now, a lot of people ask, what if he sells this company to the big pharma one day? If he would have done it back then already. Does that make sense, everyone? He's not going to sell his 18-year-old baby today, especially of all the millions of people that he's responsible for. Does that make sense? So that question goes out the door, okay? Now, we have 100 patents. We are a vertical supply chain. We are from you know, in a farm, from farm to family, farm to table. Same thing here. David owns the manufacturing. He owns the ingredients that goes into the patches. Okay. He owns all the headquarters offices around the world. I think we have 6 or 7 that supports the whole global growth. We are in 81 countries, meaning we are registered to ship to 81 countries. So if anybody joins us, you're really joining a global distribution model. Does that make sense? You can do business anywhere with your phone, okay? And the reason why when I saw this, I was like, wow, it's very, very rare. I don't think it's very rare to find where the owner is actually the CEO and he controls everything. It's very good for us, okay? We are the only company that I know of in the world that deals with photobiomodulation patches or light technology at this level with wearable technology. I'm not talking about medical device or lasers, okay? We're talking about photobiomodulation. Does that make sense? We're 18 years old. Now, what else do we have? We have, to me, the most balanced compensation plan, meaning that you don't have to be in the industry to learn how to earn. Does that make sense? David Schmidt has broken down how to get paid in just 3 different ways, which I will go through it with you in less than 5 minutes, okay? How to really get paid. But he's not greedy, and you can tell through his compensation plan how he wants everyone to benefit from the health and the wealth. Now, the other benefit is really, this is really big. It's called timing. 15 years ago, what was the trend word in the health? Does everybody know? Antioxidants. That was 15 years ago, before the internet was really robust, before people really understood natural health, you know what I mean? How to take care of themselves naturally. Today, it's a different story, right? The COVID lockdown even opened up everybody else's mind now to what? Health, preventive health, viruses, right? So people have been educated now. Guess what the biggest trend word was during the COVID in the health world? Stem cells. People started to realize, what's his name? Anthony Robbins. Does anybody know Tony Robbins? Anthony Robbins. Everybody does. He did a whole special segment during the COVID just with his top doctors on talking about how stem cells can help. Guess where we are at in our times today? Everyone, you are literally these stem cell doctors in the world now, but don't call yourselves doctors. We're the stem cell messengers. We're the stem cells activators. We don't need licensing. We don't need to take tests. We don't need to take years and years of schooling. You just need to watch a few videos, learn how to peel a sticker, call a friend on your phone, send them a video. If they like it, you patch them and you watch how you are turning on their own stem cells. Does that make sense, everyone? If you can do that all the time, like which all of us here and all thousands of us have done, what do we do every day on our podcast? We sell information. We're not selling stem cell patches. We're giving you information so you can take that info, share with others so you can give them value. And if they decide they want that value from you and you change their life, do you have a partner for life? Have you fulfilled your life? Yes, you have. When you can help others, you fulfilled. Does that make sense? And everybody's seen our system. What is our system called? 3-3-3. Patch 3 people a day. Make sure you follow up with those 3 people you patched and make sure that they get the information online, because we don't like to travel and spend money and doing all the stuff anymore, right? We like to share information in light speed. The faster you share information, the faster people say yes, the faster they get a value, the faster you will grow. Does that make sense? And if you haven't done that, reflect, go back. What haven't you done? Does that make sense? Okay. Again, what do I say? Has anybody here bought a gym membership and never been to the gym? And then one day, 6 months, a year later, you realize, oh my God, I spent thousands of dollars. I got no muscles, but now I'm going to the gym. I'm watching all these people got muscles before me. Now I want to go to the gym. Now who's your workout buddy? Who's your bodybuilder? The reason why Marci and I created the system is because we eliminated everything that this industry don't need to do for a brand new person that's going to the gym. We're not going to force you to pick up a 50-pound dumbbell if you don't know how to pick up a 5-pound dumbbell. Does that make sense? Everything that we're teaching you here is tools. You learn how to apply your tools to what body part you want to work out. Does that make sense? We've created our podcast system. We created the Be Activating Working System. Is anybody enjoying the working calls? That's working out together every day. Does everybody enjoy the podcast? We're presenting for you every day. We are your infomercial. We don't want you to train. We don't want you to present. We just want you to share information. Is that understood? Right? Okay, good. Now, I don't know where I've been to, but we're done with the benefits. I'm just going to go a little bit over the compensation plan. But before I start there, my CEO, I had a mentor a long time ago. He told me, Peter, in your lifetime, in our lifetime, if you get lucky, does everybody want to get lucky? Okay. Has anybody ever got lucky before? Okay, good. I got lucky a few times in my life. I escaped death many times, okay? But in business, I've been blessed to learn. But my mentor told me, Peter, in one time in your life, you're going to find one company or one opportunity that will set you free. We don't know how long it's going to take for you to finish that project. We don't know how long it's going to take for you to get to the level where you need to be. But if you ever attach yourself to one company and just go with it, from that point on, if you ever succeed, you might not ever have to look for any other company again. Who here got lucky with that before? Maybe? No? No. The reason why I say that is because, again, you gotta get lucky. I thought I got lucky a few times, but it wasn't. My luck happened 3 years ago, September 4th, 2019, when I signed on with LifeWave. The reason why I say that, it took me almost 20 years of this journey to get to here. And what we did in LifeWave in the last 3 years has probably never been done before, okay, in LifeWave, the way that we did it. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this is my life raft. Does that make sense? It's been a life raft to many, 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 many people. My whole friends, anybody that joined me, I have old friends, some friends from even my old network, Suzanne McGee, Butch. I've been 15 years ago, I used to be in their downline and now they're in my business. Does that make sense? That's called relationships as we go. When you find one thing to latch on, and I'll tell you, LifeWave, I don't even think there'll be another company like this, okay? Because of all the benefits I just showed you. So it's up to you. You have information now. You take your time to absorb it. You take your time to see how to apply it. Does that make sense? Now, I'm going to go over the comp plan for 2 minutes, okay? So I get a lot of people asking me, Peter, how does this comp plan work? I will tell you, if I tell you comp plans, I guarantee you, you won't even understand it anyways. Does that make sense? So I'm going to give you the dumbed down version. Comp plan for dummies. Anybody ready for comp plan for dummies? I'm not calling you a dummy, okay? I'm just saying call comp plan for dummies, okay? Now, in network marketing, just like any other business, you have to understand How does a network marketing company make money and what's their responsibility? What's their responsibility? You got to produce a product. You got to distribute a product. That's it. Who's making the product and who's buying your product? Does that make sense? In the middle of the way, you got middlemen. The reason why people join network marketing is because you have the manufacturer, which is LifeWave. You have the distributor, which is you, and you have the end consumer. The consumer can be a distributor one day, or they can be a customer. Does that make sense? How does 7-Eleven make money? They got to have people going in there. How does Toyota make money? You got to have people buying cars. Does that make sense? Now, in network marketing, you are the educator, the store, you are everything. That's why you get paid everything. Does that make sense, everyone? You are everything to your customer and to your distributor. If you don't want to be a distributor and give your time, don't be a distributor, be a customer. But if you are a distributor and you choose to help people in this business, you got to learn a few skills. Does that make sense? And those skills will keep on paying you over and over because it's that only one couple skills you need to learn. Okay. So the compensation plan. How do we make money? How do you make money? What is the first way you get paid? Packages. You gotta enroll. You gotta learn how to sell package. How many packages do we have? 5 wholesale packages. Who came here with a bronze? Who came here with a silver? You bought a package. Who came here with a gold? You bought a package. Who came here with a diamond? You bought a package. Does that make sense? The first way you get paid is through enrolling packages. Now, I'm not going to break down the packages. That's all online. Go to startx39biz.com. Go to the compensation plan. Go to the 2-page hot sheet. Pull that up. Now, I always use this phrase. Are you ready? People equates to packages or products. Products equates to points. Points will equate to what? Money. So the first way we pay you is time for money. You got to go sell packages and enroll people, correct? The second way we pay you is called cycling. Just think of a cycle, a bicycle. How do you cycle? That's called the residual phase, okay? So, for example, if Corinne enrolls now 10 packages or 10 people, the second way to get paid is she has to build a left team and a right team, a left store or a right store, a left Starbucks or a right Starbucks. Does that make sense? There's only 2 legs. They're called legs, left leg and a right leg. So if Corinne sells 10 packages, she's going to place left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, 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 all the way through. Does that make sense, Corinne? Now, the computer will pay you when points come into the legs. Does that make sense, right? Because there's left leg and right leg. Whatever points it is, don't worry about it. The computer only wants to see one number. What is that number? 990. 990. Okay, don't be confused. I'm just going to tell you the magic number is 990. It has to look like 330 on the left, 330 on the left, 660 on the right, or 660 on the left and 330 on the right. It does not matter what it looks like. As long as when you add the left and the right together, it has to be 990, and that equates to be $50. That's called one cycle. Does that make sense? So if you build 2 teams, the points add up, you earn $50. The magic number here is $50. $50. Who here is making $50 residually every day? Raise your hand. I'm telling you, if you're earning residuals, you're earning $50. Now, why is that so important? Because if you don't know how to enroll, you cannot earn the $50. Does that make sense? So I teach everyone, let's teach you how to make $50 first. Let's teach you how to sign up people, make $50. Let's teach you how to build 2 teams and make $50. Let's get to the last place now. The third way to get paid is called generation match. What does that mean? That means if I enroll Corrine, she is my first generation. If Corrine enrolls Sharon. If Corrine enrolls Sharon, Sharon is my second generation and Corrine's first generation. If Sharon enrolls Ron, that's Sharon's first generation, Corrine's second generation. Ron is my third generation. Does that make sense, everyone? If I can teach Corrine how to earn $50 through building the team through cycling, I will earn a percentage off of Corrine, which is 25%. Does that make sense? If Corrine and I can teach Sharon how to earn $50, she's my second generation, I earn 20% off Sharon's $50. If Corrine and I and Sharon can teach Ron how to earn $50 from the cycling, I will earn 20% off Ron. Corrine will earn 20%, and Sharon will earn 25%. What we're trying to say is the last part to get paid is called legacy money. You cannot earn off of other people's money if you don't teach them how to do it right. Does that make sense? So if you cannot learn how to cycle, generation match is because you don't know how to cycle. If you don't know how to cycle, it's because you don't know how to sign up people and enroll. If you don't know how to sign up people and enroll, it's because you don't know how to do the 3-3-3, ask, share, and give, which is our system. Does that make sense, everyone? I'm not going to go through the specific numbers. I just gave you a whole simple way how to look at your business. You can't cheat and jump into the generation match, right? You can't cheat and jump into cycling. What is the first thing you need to learn how to do? Enroll people. Go save lives. Go peel and patch. Go do the 3-3-3. And I won't go into the D3-3-3 too much, which is Kathleen's and Claudia. They're going to do a role play, but we teach this every day. We keep it very simple every day. And all I want everyone to know, treat us like your gym. You don't go work out 24/7, right? You only can work out a day, an hour or 2 or 3 a day. Treat us like your gym. Fit us into your nooks and crannies. And then watch your muscles build when you can help others build their muscles. Does that make sense? To be successful in network marketing, the only way is people. To be successful in the gym is what? Muscles. In network marketing, you have to have people. In the gym, you have to have muscles, okay? So you cannot lie, cheat, and steal or whatever it is to show people that you don't have muscles if you don't go to the gym. In network marketing, you can't make money if you don't have people. Does that make sense? So I'm being very direct. I'm being very transparent. If all what I said does not resonate, apply to you, don't do the business. But if it resonates and applies to you, you got a really simple door to open. Just open up the key, hang out with us. We're going to be here to support you every single day because Marci and I have been doing this for 20 years. We've been in the gym for 20 years every day. And now being in LifeWave, we've been in the gym here every day for 3 years. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed this part. Does everybody learn something today? Did you learn about business? Okay, good. Kathaleen is going to come up and she's going to break down how we're going to message this business. So Kathaleen.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Wow. Amazing. You know, he's talking about the why LifeWave, right? Why LifeWave? I mean, Bhimi touched on it earlier. Why LifeWave? She painted that picture of service and humanity and age reversal and raising the consciousness. I mean, those are all like really great broad points of view on why LifeWave. Why LifeWave? That's what I'm doing here. That's what we're all doing here. And then Peter breaks it down and tells you all those 10 reasons of why to choose LifeWave, why to choose your health, why to choose stem cell repair and regeneration, and why to share this product, right? So just to give you a little idea, I'm not a network marketer, right? I've been in the healing industry for almost 25 years. I've been in a meditation room or a treatment room with meditation music and low candles and saying, okay, breathe here, breathe now, right? I did that for 20 some years. I still do that. However, this landed in my lap and it, like I shared earlier, saved my daughter's life. And that's why I share. And all I do is share information. And it's so beautiful. You're changing life after life after life. When you get that phone call, you're at home. Oh my gosh, you've got your list. Who are you going to reach out to? And you get your courage and you grab that phone and you call them. And then in 2 weeks later, they call you back and they tell you, thank you so much for calling me. This has changed my life. And then you are able to call the next person and the next person, right? It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the person that you're going to help. It's about the life that you're going to change. It's about the life that you're going to save, right? So just remember that. And, Peter made a really good point. They built a huge system, which is why, as a person not being a network marketer, I was able to plug in and hit the highest rank in this company very quickly, and it is affording me a beautiful life here on Maui. So all you have to have is the open heart, the lovingness, and the desire to help somebody. That's all you need. And you're just sharing information, just like Mr. Peter No just told us, right? So, well, then how do we do it, right? Well, we have a system, the one that Peter just referred to. It's called Ask, Share, Give. And so Peter and Marci designed a very successful step-by-step road system so that you can just plug in and start sharing and helping people get a better quality of life. So it's called 333, Ask, Share, Give. So we patch 3 a day. We follow up with 3 a day, and we invite 3 to Zoom. So Peter touched briefly on Zoom. It was actually Peter No's brilliant idea. It was a response to COVID, right? So COVID hit, everybody was lonely, everybody was in their house. There was no way to communicate, no way to connect, and we had just started this amazing business. What are we going to do? Peter came up with the solution. We're going to take this information on Zoom. And so that was 2.5 years ago. We do a patching podcast every day of the Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday. I host the one on Tuesday. Bhimi hosts the one on Wednesday. Peter does Monday. We're all plugged in. We're all doing it, right? It's just a 30-minute call. 2 people coming in, telling their testimonial, real stories. You'll hear the technology and you'll hear some history on the company. It's not a sale all, it's just sharing information. So that's what I mean when I say invite 3 to Zoom. So again, 333, ask, share, give. We patch 3 a day. We follow up with 3 a day, and we invite 3 to Zoom. So we use 4 different sites. Our exposing site, again, compliments of Marci and Peter, startx39now.com. So that would be the site that you would send out to someone who wants more information. It's called startx39now.com. The 5 things that I really like about that site is we have a David Schmidt, the inventor, owner, and CEO, who's doing an 18-minute video on how the patch works and how the technology works. We also have a tab on that site, which is our patent and research tab. So this is a science clinically based company that chose direct sales to get the information out, right? It is not your normal network company. We have over 100 clinical studies. We have over 130 patents. 70 of those are in regenerative science. So we are a science-based, clinically proven health and wellness that then chose direct marketing, because this couldn't be sitting in a retail store. No one would get any benefit. So keep that in mind. So again, that exposing site, startx39now.com. David Schmidt's 18-minute video, the tab, patent and research. The other tab, reverse aging with GHK copper peptide, which tells you all of those benefits about all that yummy stuff I talked about earlier. It's got all of it there. It's the wrinkles, it's the skin, it's the hair, it's all of that. And then of course, we have thousands of testimonials on that site. And then you can access our YouTube health channel from that site, which you can type in David Schmidt, IceWave, David Schmidt, glutathione. That is how I learned how all the patches work. So all of that is right there on this great, amazing, comprehensive website called startx39now.com. You send that link to whoever's interested in saying yes to their health. So the other site we have is startx39biz.com. So that's the 14 tabs on how to run a successful business. It's the one that Peter and Marci laid out, and it's literally step 1, what to do, step 2, what to do, step 3, how to talk. You know, of course, you make it your own personality, but it just gives you a guideline on, you know, what to say, how to send a link, etc. So startx39biz.com, like I said, 14 steps to building your business. And each one is a tab that takes you through that. We'll go through that in more detail in a moment. The other site we have is Telegram. So that is our testimonial site. We literally at this point have thousands of recordings from that podcast that's been being accumulative over the last 2.5 years. So that is a huge library. You can just literally go there, punch in arthritis, punch in dementia, punch in whatever, and testimonials will come up. So that's on Telegram. And then, of course, the other site would be your replicated website that LifeWave gives you. Lifewave.com, your first or last name, right? Mine is lifewave.com, patch it now. So you can make up your own, but we like to do first and last names. So those are the 4 sites that you do your business from. StartX39now.com, exposing. StartX39biz.com tells you how to run the system. Telegram, get your testimonials, and then your replicated website that LifeWave gives you. That's where you put orders in. So those are the 4 sites that we use. So how does it actually really work? So we could all go to StartX39Biz on your phone and follow along if you'd like right now. I'm going to walk you through some of the tabs. So we can at StartX39Biz, and it'll just open up to each tab as I'm talking. So tab 1 is understand the system. Print it out, learn it. It's amazing. You can have it right there. But it really starts with creating a list, right? So you get a list book, and then you decide, you know, who do you know? Who do you know that could use these patches, right? Who do you know who wants a home-based business? Who do you know who is an entrepreneur? Who cuts your hair? Who's your chiropractor? Who's your neighbor? Who do you think could benefit from these patches? And it's a notebook. I keep that list. It's like a living manifest list, right? I just keep it as a notebook. I get names dropped into my awareness all the time. Just recently, I called someone from high school, you know, and the high school was a ways back, guys. And she was one of my best friends in high school. We'd lost touch, called her up. Bam, she's on the patches. And it was just, you know, 2.5 years later, her name came to me and I wrote it on that notebook. So don't filter who you put on that notebook. Don't filter it with, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to them. Oh my gosh, I don't know if they'll even remember me. Oh my gosh, do they have enough money? Don't filter it. That is a list that's just living list, and you just keep generating and you keep getting hits on who to put on it, right? And so that's how you start. Make a list. Probably make a list of people you like, not necessarily all the people you love, because they're actually a little bit more difficult, right? The family members are a smidge more difficult. Luckily, mine weren't. We have most of my family members on the patch. So just saying, sometimes those are the ones that you need to, you know, wait a little bit on. So, and then we make 3 calls. So you got your list, you got your notebook, you're adding to it. You're not filtering it. 0 attachment, right? Remember, this isn't about you. This is about them and the possibility of their life changing when they say yes to their health. Do you have a question? Yeah, we use startx39now.com because we have changed it into different languages. So yes, startx39now.com is the exposing site. We have different languages. You can just hit a tab. It changes into other languages, and we are adding them all the time. So thank you very much. But we're currently looking at startx39biz.com, and we're looking at tab 1, the system. So it consists of 3 calls. It's the gifting exposing call, the follow-up call, and the closing call, right? So what is the gift? What is the exposing call? What does it look like? Well, you ask 3 questions. Guess what question 1 is? I bet all y'all know. Jan Rand, you just won the golden ticket, girl. Yes, what is going on with you? Aloha, my friend. I know it's been forever, but you're on my heart and I've been thinking about you. What is going on with you? And then you listen, because this is a business of open-hearted, loving, sharing, caring, right? That's what we're all about here. That's what we're doing. So we're going to listen. We're going to listen to what they have to say, and they're going to talk about what is going on with them. And then when they're done, you're going to say, guess what? I finally found something that helps me with my health, and I have a beautiful community, and I'm financially free now with gobs of time freedom, right? So it's what is going on with you. You listen. I finally found something that helped me with the same things that they were going through, because LifeWave checks off all of these. LifeWave checks off your health. LifeWave checks off your service. LifeWave checks off your time freedom. LifeWave checks off your community. LifeWave checks off your wealth. LifeWave checks off, you know, your greater soul mission. In my case, it does, as far as helping raise the consciousness of the planet. Because guess what, folks? If you can balance someone's brain and you can relieve their mental and emotional trauma, guess what's happening? They're bringing in more light in their body. Does that raise the consciousness of this planet? Heck yeah, it does. Yes, absolutely. So just know that when you're listening to them, whatever they're saying, it's probably also checked those boxes for you. For me, it's E, all of the above, right? So I finally found something that helped me with whatever also helped with them. What do you know about stem cells? The famous coined phrase from Mr. No. What do you know about stem cells? And depending on what they say, they might know a lot about stem cells. They might not know much. What we know is that the stem cell industry, stem cell therapy, is the leading edge, the most amazing thing you can do for your body. And prior to this patch, it was only injections. So this is the first stem cell technology that allows your body to heal itself. It's literally harnessing your own light to heal itself. So it's kind of like that. It's like question, bridge, question, right? What is going on with you? I finally found something. What do you know about stem cells? So it goes like that. So, and then, you know, when you're asking what is going on with you, you can you know, stimulate them a little bit. How is your health? How is your community? Are you feeling lonely? You know, right now, people are loving that you pick up the phone and call them. People are lonely from COVID. They are not connected. They need community. They need love. They need connection. It is an amazing time on this planet to be a network marketer. Everybody's answering their phone and wants connection, right? So you can ask them different things, you know, what are you doing for work these days? How is your health? What are you doing for fun? That's a big one. That's the top of my list. What are you doing for fun these days? I'm doing presentations for LifeWave. So, and then they're going to get to a couple main desires, right? Typically typically people have 2 desires, whether it's health, money, community, service, time freedom. They typically have 2. And so then, of course, I finally found something. For me, I finally found something that relieved my daughter from her PTSD, anxiety, depression, and I'm making an amazing living and helping so many people change their lives. So it's like that. Okay, so then the share. So that was the ask, right? Remember, we're ask, share, give. The share, tell your testimonial. I just ran mine through. It's like 20 seconds to about 2 minutes. And this is what happened to me, right? And that's where I would go more into, this is what happened to my daughter. Or you could say, this is what happened for my dad's girlfriend. This is what happened for my dad. This is what happened for my roommate, right? So whoever, we have so many different results. Whatever is resonant with that person, you can say, this is what happened to so-and-so, and then you talk like that. So, so say, for example, what is going on with you? Oh my gosh, I have arthritis. You know, my hands aren't working very well. I was just patching a woman I met earlier this afternoon. I put 2 eons on both of her hands. We're going to talk tomorrow, and she's going to be feeling a lot better. Her hands are going to be making a fist, right? They're not going to be all inflamed when she wakes up. So, okay, so you have arthritis. I get it. Let me send you a testimonial on it. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go to Telegram, to that testimonial site, and I'm going to plug in arthritis, and I'm going to copy and paste and send it to them. So on Start X39 Biz, that is going to be tab 5, right? So we're kind of, tab 1 was the system. Tab 5 is the testimonials. So whoever's looking at that, you can see that there's 14 tabs, and we're just walking right through that roadmap. So then after you send in the testimonial, guess what? You can invite them to the live podcast call, and that is tab 8. So you just copy and paste. You open up tab 8, copy and paste whatever day it is. If it's Tuesday, you're going to find the invite with myself and Charity. If it's Monday, you're going to find the invite with Peter and Suzanne. So you just copy and paste and invite those people to the podcast. So, okay, so then we're going to ask them. We've already sent them startx39now.com. They're interested. They have arthritis. I've sent them the testimonial. And we can ask them, we'll send them the patch summary, which tells them all about all the different patches. And then, so then say you gave them 5 gifts, right? And you call them up on day 2, because we're following up, right? When we follow up with love, it's called watering. When you do that 1 to 4 times, people close at 10%. If you do it 5 times, they close at 80%. And what is your job? Your job is to help people, right? So our job is to share this information. So why stop at just sharing one thing? You want to give people the information so that they can make an informed decision. I call it take it across the finish line. It doesn't matter if they say no. That's their life. I just want to make sure that I've informed them with enough information so that they can make an educated guess. Whether they say yes or no, it doesn't matter. Take them across the finish line. And what that means is send them information. So 5 waterings, a testimonial, David Schmidt's 18-minute interview, right? Invite them to podcast, send them the 1-page summary, patches. All these you're finding on startx39biz.com. So say, for example, you call them up on day 2, and they're like, oh yeah, you know what? Thanks for the patches. I'm on day 2, and I haven't felt anything yet. Perfect. I didn't expect them to, honestly. It's cellular repair and regeneration. It takes a little while. Yes, we do have the One Patch Wonder Club that feels it right away. I was one of those people. But what I would say is, I'm just going to teach you how to do that objection. It's feel, felt, found, right? I know how you feel. I felt the same way until I found out that this is cellular repair and regeneration, and stem cells are going to go to the place that's keeping you alive first. Then they'll start doing the other things. So it's working on something you didn't even know you had going on. How exciting for you. So you're getting on the same side of the fence, right? I know how you feel. I felt the same way until I found out that it takes a little while, like I just described. So it's repairing an internal organ that you didn't even know you had going on before it's going to help you with something you might feel. So, and that is why David Schmidt gives a 30-day money-back guarantee, which I have been, next month will be 3 years in LifeWave. And I think I have personally facilitated that only 2 times. It is amazing. People get results. They don't want their money back. They just want more patches. Give me more patches. Give me more kinds of patches. Give me that patch. Give me that patch page summary. I want to see what else is going on here, right? They don't want their money back, but just know that it's there. There's no risk, right? So, okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to tell them, hey, it's repairing something internal. Let me call you back on day 5, because I've given them 5 patches. And on day 5, I'm going to call them back. And we're going to make that at 10 a.m. It's on my calendar. So call them back up at 5. How's it going? How you doing? Well, still really haven't felt anything. That's okay. You know, what about your energy? You know what? Now that you mention it, I have had a lot more energy. How are you sleeping? Wow, I did sleep better yesterday. So my point is that sometimes you need to remind people, especially in the beginning, that they actually are having results. And you do that by knowing what the first few weeks people do experience more energy, more joy, brain fog is eliminated, sleeping better. So if you know what those things are, you can kind of, you know, gently ask them if there's been any results with that. And then lots of times they'll say, oh yeah, by the way, they're actually happening. How did you know? Well, I know because you're wearing the patch. So that's how that goes. And so then at that point, yeah, you're going to send them the pricing list and say, hey, are you ready to say yes to your health? Let's do a silver pack. It's we can fill it up with X39 and Eon and glutathione and put you on auto ship for the next month so that we keep activating your stem cells. And there you go. You have just begun your journey on helping change the planet and helping change that person's life for a better quality and helping them live longer, be happier, and more joyful. So there we have it. And so then you would just take their information, right? So with that, let's see. Okay, so we did kind of go through the 5 waterings. It would be the gifting call, of course, sending out the 5 gifts, or the gift can be the 30-day money back guarantee. The gift can be you share a testimonial. The gift can be you share your story, right? It doesn't have to be the patches. You can give them a gift in any way you see fit. So the 5 waterings, like I said, are the gifting exposing call. And then we send 5 patches, if that's how you chose, or the 30-day money back guarantee, the follow-up call. And then you send the 4 links, the David Schmidt 18-minute video, the 1-page patching summary, the pricing list, and the testimonial that is particular to their issue, right? So we're going to do the follow-up call now. So what does the follow-up call look like? Hello. Hey, how are you? Did you get your patches? I did. Thank you so much. Are you wearing them? No, they're in the kitchen on the counter. Oh, well, how about we put them on? Let's go get them. I'll wait for you. Go grab them right now. They're going to go grab them. Okay, well, how do I wear them? Let's do it together. Pull off the adhesive, put it on the back of your neck. Let's do it right now. Oh, okay, great. I was waiting for you to call. Guess what? People are waiting for you to call. Even if they don't know it, they're waiting for you to call. They really are. So that's the follow-up call. You know, did you get the patches? Are you wearing them? What is going on with you? Let me explain the technology again. At that point, we have the gifting envelope, which is one of those tabs also. You can literally read it right from that envelope. You don't have to memorize this. We have it all laid out for you. You just grab that envelope off of Start X39 Biz and you can read it. So that is the follow-up call. It's going to be like around, like I said, day 2. If they don't feel anything, you're going to do the I feel. I know how you feel. I felt the same way and I found, right? And then, of course, the closing call, which we just went through, which is let's say yes to your health and start having you age reversal. David Schmidt says this is not anti-aging, it is age reversal. And I demonstrated that earlier when I told you about the study with the 14 out of 15 people getting their vascular age reversed by an average of 8 years after 6 months. So, okay, I think, are we ready, Claudia? Claudia and I are going to do a little role play. Let's see. This is Claudia Fields, everybody. She's delightful, beautiful, amazing, empowered woman. Awesome, Claudia. Do you need a mic or are we loud talkers?
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So let's, okay, we'll just go. Okay. So I am making the gifting exposing call. So ring.
Oh, Kathleen, what a nice surprise. How are you?
Oh my gosh, Claudia, I am so well. Thank you so much for asking. I've been so much thinking about you. You've been on my heart. What has been going on with you?
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about you too. You know how that works, both of us being healers. You know, it's just been a really rough time since this whole thing has gone on in the world. It's been very, very challenging, very challenging.
Yeah, I completely understand. Things are flip-flopping everywhere, and I get it. It is a challenging time right now. So specifically, are you working or is there health issues?
It's everything.
Yeah.
So my husband left me,
Mm.
you know, so I've just been going through massive depression, anxiety, and then, you know, just things now. I'm working at home and I just miss being with people. And so I've just noticed also in the aging process, I'm not sleeping well. I'm having this like anxiety, depression, some pain in my body. And I don't feel like myself. You know me, I just don't
Yeah.
feel like myself, and low energy. It's like I'm struggling to get through my day without like caffeine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I understand everything that you're just saying. But you know what, Claudia, there's totally hope because I finally found something that helps my daughter with her anxiety. She got over her depression. I'm having an amazing new group of friends, and I'm making gobs of money helping people have a better life.
Okay, well, I want a dose of that, like when Harry met Sally style. I want what she's having. So bring it on. Tell me. But wait a second. Is it another one of those things? Because you know how I kind of feel, you know, trying those different companies, and it's always just the same dysfunction. But I'll listen to you because it's you.
Thank you, Claudia. I'm so happy that, I mean, you and I go way far back. We trust each other. And it's the latest technology. You're going to be completely surprised. So give yourself the gift of health, okay?
I will honor myself. Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm wondering, what do you know about stem cells?
You know, I live in a small community, so I've heard about it. I know a little bit about it, but you know, it's like thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, it's stuff that, you know, people I know can do, but it's not anything I've ever been able to think about. But I heard it's like the fountain of youth.
Absolutely. It is the fountain of youth, but you're going to be happy to know that there is the latest technology that is just so affordable. Let me send you a link and you can check it out.
Oh, please do. Yeah, send it to me. So there's some videos. Is there any, like, you know, my science background, are there any clinical studies, patents, things I can look at?
You know, you're talking my language too, girlfriend. Yes, I'm going to send you a comprehensive website. Okay. It's got all of that in there. And then once you check it out, can you connect tomorrow at 2?
I would rather talk to you tonight because, I mean, the way things are going, I'm just really feeling like I'm just in this loop I can't get out of. So could we talk like 6 o'clock tonight or something like that?
Yes, I'm totally available at 6. And now I know why your name just came right into my heart, because this is such divine timing. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm going to send that link over to you right now, and I will reconnect at 6.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. So then I'm going to send her the link. Okay. And now it's 6 o'clock. Okay. Da-da-da-ring.
Kathleen, oh my goodness. This is like something God-given that you found. Yeah, I mean, I really want to experience it, but I'm just financially with, you know, my husband leaving, I just am struggling. Like, how expensive is this? I want to get started, but I just want to know like the different ways to do it. It looks perfect for me.
Yes, absolutely. Let me send you over the pricing list, Claudia. It is so affordable. I will show you how to get it wholesale, and we can either, you know, depending on what your finances are, I want you to get in where you fit in, because that is also taking care of yourself. So I'm going to send that to you right now. It
Beautiful.
really works out to be less than about $100 a month.
I would rather put money in this than into the Starbucks or that stuff. I mean, if this really works, if it can work for me, is there like an opportunity you were saying like to help people? Because obviously if something works for me, I'm going to want to tell people about it. I'm not that friend who doesn't share those things. So
Yes, absolutely. There is a total business opportunity, and I can teach you how to get your product paid for, and you could start having a beautiful income by sharing with people.
okay, that's a blessing. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Awesome. Me too. So check out that pricing list. And do you see that silver? You like
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could swing that. So what exactly do I get in that? Because I told you I have like a few different issues, and I
Right.
was looking at the patch list? So obviously X39, is there anything else or do we just do X39?
So I would start you actually with X39 and Nirvana because you really have that, that anxiety and the depression with what's going on in your personal relationship. So we will customize it and do that for you. So we'll do 2 X39s and 2 Nirvanas, and then we'll put you on Eon for next month. Okay.
That sounds perfect. Okay. So can you take my information?
Yep, doing it right now.
Great.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So that's an example of a role play that would be actually, believe it or not, happens all the time, just like that in my life and in Claudia's life also. So do we want to do one where
I don't feel anything? Yeah, because we all have those people, right? I mean, they've had issues. I'm a wellness consultant, so I'm used to this all the time. People have issues when I'm doing an intake like for 30 years and they want a solution in one day. Anybody experience that? And even there's no pharmaceutical that can do that. Not that you want to go that route. So people have to be patient and understand it takes a moment, but you have to be open and you have to believe, because the future of medicine is self-care is the best healthcare. You cannot leave it to chance, and the system is broken. You have to take responsibility for your health. And if they're not willing to do that, swipe left, you've tried, and you help the next person.
Right, exactly.
With love.
Yes, with love, with love. Yeah, bringing them across the finish line, just like you're saying. Okay, so great. So we will skip the exposing call. So I've called her. She has looked at the link, and I'm sent her 5-day supply of the patches, and I'm calling up the follow-up. Okay, so we're on second call follow-up. Ring.
Kathleen.
Claudia, how are you?
I am, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Awesome.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, so you got the patches.
I did. And I put them on right away. Here's the thing, and I understand maybe it's going to take a minute, but I don't know. I guess I was just so amped. I was expecting something to happen right away, but can you tell me like what people's experiences are so I can kind of measure and manage my expectation?
Sure. So you're on day 2, Claudia?
Yes, day 2.
Okay. So I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way until I found out that it takes a little bit for cellular repair and regeneration, and it's probably fixing something that you didn't even know about. It's repairing an internal organ that's keeping you alive, and then it's going to go to the next thing.
That's what I thought. And look, I trust you. I have a trust account with you, and I know that you're not going to be sharing something you don't believe in, but I get that. So what is like most people's experience? Because if I'm going to share this, I kind of want to know, do people feel things in the 5 days, or is it usually like 90 days with things? Like what is your experience with that? What can I expect?
So great question. And really it's about half the people in 3 to 6 weeks and half the people in 3 to 6 months. We do have people that feel it right away. I was one of those. But normally in the first couple of weeks, you're going to start getting that energy back, that joy, the sleeping better, the brain fog. So just rest assured that you are on the right track. That's why we got you the 3 months, because at 3 months, the deep healing really begins.
Okay, that's great. And I just have another question.
Sure.
The 12 hours, because this thing, I totally believe in the frequency, looking at the video. Why can't I wear it for 24 hours? Because I know that people are going to ask me that. Can you share with me? Because I want to. I want to misbehave and not follow instructions. Anybody like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Great question, Claudia. So 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And the reason so during the 12 hours that you're wearing it, that is when it's going to be activating all of that stuff we talked about, the GHK copper peptide and the stem cells. So that's happening during the 12 hours that you're wearing it. Take it off the 12 hours you're not, it's going to go and do all that repair and regeneration. And so the thing of it is balance time, right? Light on, light off. And if we wear it too long, Claudia, it's not going to harm you whatsoever, but you will become attenuated to the stimuli. So then the efficacy of the patch will stop working so great.
Well, I definitely don't want that. So I'm going to listen to you, and just check back in with me, because I'm just excited. And thank you for putting me on the Telegram channel and on the podcast, because I'm learning so much and just being challenged when you hear other stories of hope until it happens for you, it just makes you want to take the next step and keep going. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm so glad that I saw you on the podcast yesterday. I can tell you're just learning all about it. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Claudia. I'll check in with you on day 5.
Sounds great.
Okay, sweetie. So that is Friday at 5.
Yep, that works for me.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be
perfect.
done with work. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So that's how you would hold, how you would navigate an objection, right? And so are we doing the closing again?
Yeah, let's do.
Okay.
let's do-
Okay, so now it's on day 5, and I've sent her the 5 waterings, right? I sent her, you know what I sent her? I sent her my daughter's testimonial because she talked about PTSD and depression. I sent her that. And I also sent her one about energy and just joy levels. So I sent her that. I sent her David Schmidt's 18-minute video. I invited her to the podcast, which she got on yesterday. And I sent her that 1-page patching summary with the pricing list. So here goes. So she had a lot of homework to look at, right? So, all right. Da-da-da-ring.
Kathleen.
Claudia, guess who?
I know we're going to be like BFFs again. It's like a great reunion here. It's like Friends style. I love it.
Isn't it amazing? You know, it's like, that's what I've been feeling with sharing these patches. Like all these names from my past are coming in. I'm just like building my community. My circle's growing so much. So I'm so happy that you and I are reconnected.
It is. I can really see how I could actually incorporate this, even though I do have a full-time job. I could do this part-time because I see the power of this and I want to help people. People need help right now. People are waiting for something like this. So I'm very excited and honored that you called me.
Yes, yes, me too. Thank you. And you're right. It's so amazing to start helping people have a better quality and be of service. That's what I'm doing here. So you're on day 5. Have you started to feel anything or?
You know, I think I did. I understand the thing with the X39 and the organ repair. That's going to take longer, but that nirvana, I did today. I felt almost like the sun was shining on me. I felt, you know, like how when you work out, you have your beta endorphins. That's what I
Yes.
felt again. I felt like some hope coming back in my heart and just some of that trauma lifting off. So I'm super excited. I wanted to put all 28 of them on, but I'm going to just order some more. I want to order. I need to be able to share this so I can find a way to be able to help people and then also pay for everything I want.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to grab your information and we'll go ahead and do X39 and Nirvana and set you up next month for another X39.
Yeah, I definitely want you to like set up an order because I get busy with
Yep.
things and I want to make sure I don't want to miss anything because I want to give this like a really good 90-day run.
Yes.
And just be able to talk to you more
Yes.
too.
Yeah, I'm totally here. And, you know, 90 days is a great first trial basis. Really, we like it to be used for a decade, a month per decade you've been alive. So, for example, I know how old you are. So that'd
Oh
be-
God, do we have to say that?
Yeah.
How many decades?
yeah, that would be a little over 3 months. But, yeah.
It's definitely a little over 5.
Right, which is why we're going to grab you on auto ship, put you on auto ship so that you won't run out and you'll keep activating all your stem cells.
That's beautiful. I'm so excited. And can I invite people to this podcast, to this Telegram? Yes?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. And so I'm going to send you that link, Start X39 Biz and the tab, and you just copy and paste and invite everybody to that podcast. Just invite all your friends that are interested and let that tool do the work for you.
Okay, beautiful. It's amazing. I'm excited also after everything to be part of a community again and like really uplifting people because there's so much sadness in the world. So being back in a space of hope, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you for thinking of me.
You're so welcome, sweetheart. I love you. I'm so glad we're reconnected.
Love you too, boo.
All right. So that's fantastic, right? That's how it works. Yay.
Okay, thank
Thanks.
you.
Awesome.
Mahalo.
Yes. Okay, so and it's really that simple. I'm telling you, because it's activating your stem cells. Everybody has heard of stem cells on some level. And so as soon as you say that word, everyone in the party turns their head. It's really that simple. So with that, we're going to bring Peter up.
Okay. How did everybody learn? Did everybody enjoy that part? Did you learn how to connect? Did you understand how simple the system is? And again, we just did a quick live role play so our audience can see We do this every day. We teach this process every day, okay? So I know it's getting late into the afternoon. I think we're gonna do one more raffle, and then are you guys ready to call it an afternoon? Yes. Are you ready to join us for lunch? Yes. Okay. Wow, time just flew by. Everybody ready to win something else before we call it a day? Everybody bring out the tickets. Let's call two more out, and then Donna on Zoom land, also call out your numbers. Okay, the number is 686-2543. Where did
All righty. Between 5,000 and 5,075. How's that? Let's see them. I'll write it down. Writing. Between 5,000 and 5,075. Okay. You ready? Boy, y'all are fast. Look at that. Look at those numbers popping in. Pom, 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 pom. I'd have to think about it for 20 minutes before I got a number. Y'all have no idea what happens in this brain. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, the number is 5055. Kathy, help
huge
me.
congratulations to all our winners.
Look how fast they were.
I
We
think
have
we're
one
done.
more.
Everyone, I just want to end our event here today. I just want to say thank you, Sheila, Kathleen, Mariah, all our Danas, Claudia, where's all Jan, all the people, Joe, thank you, Joe, thank you, Rose, thank you, Gary, thank you, everyone that has helped to support Bhimi. What's up, Bhimi? And thank you, Marci, okay? Marci couldn't be here. There was a very unfortunate incident that happened last, so she could not make it. But I just want to tell everyone, life is short, correct? Make the most out of it. In the last 3.5 hours here, I think you got a lot of value. We're living in a new times. I know sometimes events like people coming out, it has changed. A lot of our information is online. So we as a team have really built this whole online community, okay? But we're closing out our year. Marci and I have been to already almost 8 different markets in the last 8 months, okay? We have met our teams. We have met our communities. We have gone to lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner. We have done everything with our teams this year. We're just so excited to see what's going to happen next year as the company is literally transitioning into a 2.0. So take this information that you got today, apply what you learned, and we're here to support you, okay? Anything, Kathleen, you want to add?
Thank you, Peter. So we're all going to go to Tante's afterwards. We have the deck reserved, and that address is, I think it's over on Mahalea, and it's 300 Mahalea at the harbor. So Tante's, y'all know Tante's. No, Tante's at the harbor, at the Mahalea harbor. Yeah, on the deck out there. Yeah. Not the one next door. It's 300 Mahalea. 300 Mahalea Road in Wailuku.
Okay.
So it's a Tante's Fish Market restaurant.
So everyone, it's been a pleasure meeting you. We've got to love to get to have some drinks, share some food at the restaurant. Everyone on our podcast, Zoom land, thank you so much for giving us your afternoon. I know it's a little bit late wherever you are in the East Coast, West Coast, but we enjoyed it. We had fun. Thank you everyone for coming. We love you. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, Zoomy land.
Hey, Donna, thank you for
Let's
all
go
your help
have some
today.
Mai Tai.
You're welcome. We're not finished, so we're going to stay on for a few more minutes and complete our raffle, okay?
Okay.
Thank y'all. I'm going to mute y'all so we can go on. Is that all right? Okay, guys. We got permission. Yay. All right, hold on. Okay, I got the number. Okay, here's the number. 6077. 6077. And y'all, the ones that won earlier, I need y'all.
We can't see you. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I wonder why not. Oh, hello. So sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry. So the number is 6077. And the ones who won earlier, Mike Andre, Maureen Mo Huddleston, and Alicia Keola. I'm so sorry, I butchered that. Would you, the three of y'all, please text me your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address to 281-948-5642. Text, name, address, phone, and email. The three earlier, okay? And now back to these. Okay, the number is 6077. So let's find who got 6077 or close to it. Can someone help me? Did anyone get 6077?
I don't see that number. I see a 6071 Darcel.
There's a 6073. That's close. 6073 is closer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. 6073. 60. Yep, 6073.
Kiki
Okay.
McNally.
6073 it is. And that is Kiki. I like that.
Hi, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I won.
Yes. Text me your name, address, phone number, and email, please.
You're a winner.
Okay, Kiki?
Yes,
Nobody gets it if they don't.
I will. Thank you.
Text me before the Zoom is up. Everyone who go and all those, nobody's texted me, so it needs to happen before we hang up.
847.
281-948-5642 is my text, y'all.
Oh, give me my phone, Jim, real quick. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it.
You're going to stop the recording?
Oh, well, yes, I can. Thank you so much, you beautiful people. And we had great time in Hawaii, y'all. I'm stopping the recording right now, and we will stay on. Stop recording.
Okay, what's her number?